Greetings, mortals. Prepare yourselves.
Welcome, Tabletop Anthologies. I'm Severian. I'll be your cult leader. I'm going to lead you through the world of Mork Borg, an RPG that describes itself as a doom metal album of a game, a spiked flail to the face, rules light and heavy everything else. Begin in the court, Shadow King. Actually below the court of the Shadow King, very deep below the ground. Prison cells. There are 4 prisoners sitting here in the cell. They're uncertain how long they've been chained to the wall of this dungeon cell. The King's Guard capture them in the ruins above. Perhaps they were searching for treasures in the rubble or simply passing through. That's their own story. Speaking of their story, let's turn to those prisoners now. Starting with Judge Wolf. Describe your character. Tell us your name.
I am known as Urbar. I was captured in the forest above here where I had first died my very first time. Hopefully not to happen again. In death, my body and soul were melded with that of a wolf. I simply wanted to find out what happened to me, and they brought me here to this dungeon. Thankfully, they have left my mask upon my face, because I would not let them take it. They did take my skull though, my best friend, Andy. I don't know where he is. Yeah, I need him back. He is the only person that I can trust.
Very good, Rotblack. Now, Hermes, describe your character. What is your name?
I am Godfin, of course. I am a noble of the Wastland Palace. Don't you know who I am? You should already know who I am. I shouldn't need an introduction. But alas, my palace had been reduced to rebels, and I'd like to find out who did it. That is what I was doing when I was captured. I don't know what fool had captured me, but they should know who I am. I am royalty. And they should leave me be. I should be able to walk out of here right now. Well, whoever it is, I shall get revenge.
Well, that's yet to be seen. Alpha Wolf Zero. What is your name? Describe your character.
I'm Bressy. I'm a heretical priest. I'm here because I got caught outside destroying one of the cathedrals, and I'm gonna stab somebody tonight.
Well, sure there will be stabbings tonight. Say Vegeta, welcome to Tabletop Anthology. Describe your character. What is your name?
I am Skeletal Returns the Truth. Some call me SRT for short. I am terrified of everything, and I want my stones. I lost my stones, and they took them from me, and I want them. Now I'm here, and I don't have stones.
Well, maybe you'll be reunited with your stones soon. Because there's guards. A group of guards pull you from your cell, all of you. They march you down the hallway.
Sure.
They're heavily armed, so I doubt you want to try anything. You're marched down the hallway. You come to a very large, round room. The ceiling is so high, you can't even see it. Perhaps you're in some sort of tower. In the center of the room sits a large fire dish. Illuminating behind it, a pile of bones and skulls. On top of this pile of bones sits a very frail-looking figure with ashen skin, wearing almost nothing except a veil across his face. Smoke billows out from behind the veil. He offers you a deal. Chance at life. King's one true heir, his son Alden. Get him back discreetly, and wealth, life, and freedom will be. It is believed that Alden is imprisoned in an infamous underground locale, a place no free man would willingly go. A place called the Accursed Den. This man is the Shadow King Seer. He offers to see things for you, quest. He raises a bony hand and slams it into the pile of bones beneath him. Grasps at some bones. He throws them out in front of himself and they land on the floor in front of you. Gazes over them. And finally, he speaks up. I fear none have ever willingly escaped the Accursed Den. An ancient man lives within a ruined room. Fear and avoid him. He then waves you away. You ask any questions before you leave. Guards stand behind you, ready to escort you.
Are we gonna wait any longer? I mean, this nobleman does not like to wait.
I want my belongings.
Where are my stones?
Speaking of belongings, I certainly had a blade that I would like to acquire back. Thank you.
One of the guards speaks up behind you and grabs one of your arms to pull you back out of the room. Follow us.
Hands off me.
You'll find your equipment back this way.
Brute.
They lead you back out of the
Where is
room,
it?
down the
Where is
hallway.
it?
You come to a room where, for sure, all of your gear is laying there on the table, ready for
My
you.
stones.
Finally, they didn't ruin this.
As you gather up your equipment, the guards explain to you where the Accursed Den is located. And then abandoned and crumbled chapel outside of the realm of the Shadow King, Forest of Starcash. They lead you to the gate, the exit palace. Leave and find the Accursed Den. What do you do?
Well,
The seer, of course, had warned you against abandoning this quest. You will be hunted with the full might of the Shadow King.
Is my donkey here?
Yes, yeah, everything you had returned to you.
So I would feed the donkey and then look to the others and say,
My beast will carry any burden that you have. Let's make quick work of this so that we can split into our separate ways.
I hope you don't think I'm going to be carrying anyone's stuff, because a nobleman does not carry anyone else's stuff. In fact, I think I should have my own stuff carried. Thank you.
One's touching my stones.
Oh, the stones. He's going on about his stones.
I already said, you fool, that you could put your belongings on my donkey. He will follow us.
Okay.
Your donkey's gonna take my
The
stones.
guy with the mask is really scary. I don't like him. So,
You should see me with the mask off.
I have a backpack. I will happily put it on them. Thank you.
Everyone, I would like to introduce you to Andy. He was my best friend in life.
You carry around a
Unfortunately,
skull.
he died. I do, because he died. He was in life. He got the illness from a prostitute that makes your nose fall off. And while he was suffering from this illness, he said that he saw death coming. And on his last breath, he said, "Work, work." And I knew that that would be the name of death, and it would be following me. So now he comes. He will lead us. He will help us on our quest. He won't lead. He's not very good at leading.
Well, then
He
what
will
does he
help
tell
on
us
the
to do?
quest. I will ask. Friend, I'm sorry that I let you go. What do you think we should do? He says we should go.
Yes, Andy, we go. We shall go.
Go. Go where? Where are we going? We have to find. Who are we even finding?
We're finding the stones, of course.
I wasn't even listening.
And with that, you set out to find the accursed den and locate Alden. The fields without surrounding Palace of the Palace of the Shadow King are dead and crunchy grass. You eventually reach the forest line, Sarkash. It's not long before you come across this sunken chapel. It lies in ruin, mostly just piles of stone now. The overcast sky doesn't offer much light here in Sarkash, but you can see that there is a entrance here. Tunnel, some worn stone steps leading down beneath the chapel.
You, with the fancy sword, did you not say you're royalty?
Yes, actually, that is correct.
Sheriff of Nottingham?
Oh my god.
How do you like to meet you? Little John, Sheriff of Nottingham.
He doesn't shut up. He talks, and he taunts me, and I don't like it. I can't get him to stop. That was my sword. It's the blade of my ancestors.
The sword cannot speak.
The sword
Andy, no! Come back.
We should destroy it.
Every time. No, we can't get rid of that. We can't get rid of the sword.
It's scary.
It is part of my ancestral.
Would anybody like any snacks before we continue?
You'll be sorry!
I'm just going to put him away because he won't shut up. Anyways, I'll use him when I need to use him. Are we going to go inside?
Well,
This
I was
entire-
about to say, as royalty who should be leading the way.
Oh no. I won't be leading. No, I won't be leading. I won't be leading.
This entire time, I'm over there on the side of the cathedral just taking a piss. So,
I'll walk over to the donkey and I will grab my my shield. It's got a bear trap that's dangling from it, and on my right is the blade of the ancestors, my talking sword, and on the left is a dagger. Well, I'm ready to go.
I will take your offer on snacks. I am famished.
Quite.
What is this group?
I extend my limb, my joints crack and crease as my skin folds over, and I produce some snacks.
Oh, I wouldn't eat that. Don't eat that.
They're delicious.
Well, it seems
remove
that no
my
one else
mask.
is going to be getting this done. And I...
Max, you say?
Oh.
Urbarg, when you consume the food that was produced from skeletal remains, it's delicious.
This is amazing.
Now, who will be the
Did you
first
expect
to
anything less?
who will be the first to step into the accursed den?
Nobody else wants to worry about his rocks and mask man over here. I'll lead. I've got a shield. Let's go. I hold the shield out in front of me as I walk forward. Clearly upset because no one else is doing anything.
and I just push him forward as he's walking in. Just push him, give him an extra shove.
Fool, don't touch me. I am noble blood.
You
Thank you.
smell.
I am a
Go
noble
on.
blood.
Get in there.
So,
Let's get this
And,
over.
or excuse me, cult leader. Just a quick question.
Yes.
Do we? I don't know how you feel about this. Do we need to inform you on the equipment, what we're wearing, where we're putting it, so on and so forth, or are we solid?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Oh,
Like I would obviously have my stuff on.
Yeah, no, you're good.
So we have to
So-
find this man?
Yes, your mission, your quest is to find Alden, Shadow King's current heir. You
Does
step
anyone
down
know
the...
anything about him?
Other than that, he's the son of the current Shadow King. And oh, sorry, one sec. To GM, the Foundry's kind of doing a little bit of weirdness. If you see a bunch of dice rolls pop up, I know Alpha was mentioning that it was happening to him. It's happening to me too. So just giving you a heads up. I'm not rolling that.
Yeah,
No,
it was
that's-
a bunch for me too.
Okay.
Okay.
Problem.
All right. Sorry.
GM. My bad.
So, you step down the stairs and into the accursed den. The stale smell coming from depths below. Well-worn stone stairs lead down into seems to be a small cavern below the chapel. In front of you, the room is lit by a oil lantern hanging from the ceiling. Across the room is a small stream running from a crack in the wall to your right. To the north, there are two doors. Both of them are ajar, and you can hear the faint sound of violin music. Very somber violin music. Above this water, there are black-violet butterflies flapping across. What do you do?
Be careful of those butterflies. I'm sure they're dangerous. I'm gonna collect some rocks.
Mere
Excuse
pests. Mere pests. Skeletal remains. The priest. Priest!
It's SRT.
Don't you know a good spell here that can do something?
Spells not really my specialty. Stabbing people's my specialty.
So are there doors in front of us then?
Yes, there are two doors to your north here. Both of them are ajar. By the way, Ressi, are you wearing your stolen miter?
As I see them go further in, I actually put it up and then try and disappear.
When Ressi puts on this miter, the stolen priest hat becomes nearly translucent. Very difficult to see in dark areas for sure.
Well, perhaps you
Sweaty
should go
ass, where
first.
did he go?
Let him... Where did he go? I don't have time for this. I need to get
Forward.
the closest person who can tell me who destroyed my palace. I see him. Anyone see? I walk up to the door, and I peer through it.
Okay.
Behind.
Within this door,
Well,
you can see just straight ahead of you, maybe a few feet, there's a cot, very old and be a bit moldy. There's a skeleton lying on top of it. The room is smoky and dimly lit by a couple of torches that you just out of sight.
Does Andy know that fellow?
I just start laughing hysterically with
Wonderful.
no reason whatsoever, and it's loud and obnoxious.
He says no. He says no, that he does not recognize this one. He doesn't think that it's the Shadow King's son, though.
Huh.
Well, I
Go
guess
through door. Go through the door.
I know a couple of you are new to Foundry. You should be able to just click that door icon right there and open the door up whenever you walk through.
Oh,
Nice. That's cool.
that is cool. I take a step and I keep my shield close to me. I'm looking at the room here.
When you step inside, you can see those torches I had mentioned. They are lighting up this, making it a little bit smoky. Thanks for the follow, Phoenix Blitz. Further past that one bed you saw is another cot, another skeleton. You also can see that the skeleton had another smaller one with it on that first bed. To your right, there's a rather large bookshelf with a lot of books on top of it. Between these two beds is a small table with a clay vase and dead flowers. To the north, there's another door, a wooden door. Looks like a heavy door.
What are these things? I can't quite read them. They're stupid. They're stupid. They're not rocks. They're stupid.
Go hang out with your brothers and sisters on the bed.
Are you searching the bookshelf, SRT?
Yes.
Roll a d4.
The D4.
there's a booklet that catches your eye.
A booklet.
Roll a d20. 11. This scroll, it's called Grace of a Dead Saint.
I can't seem to make out the words.
It will grant you the powers. If you happen to hand it to someone else, they might be able to.
I go up behind him and I take it out from his hands and start reading it to him. Or just start reading it.
As I said, it's called Grace of a Dead Saint. And you realize that this has healing powers, restorative powers.
Does it say anything about sharp rocks or where to find them?
Ressie?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say anything about
Damn it.
So, Ressie, if you're hanging onto that scroll, you might want to mark that in your inventory.
Okay.
He just takes it from him. You can't read. Fine. So I'm looking at these skeletal remains and I'm poking my sword because I won't put my fingers in there. Noblemen, hello. What do I see anything? Just bones?
You do notice that the one furthest to the north has a rusty scimitar with it, but otherwise they just seem to be normal skeletal remains. Nothing unusual
Well,
here.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I have a sword. So if you need some sort of weapon, there's one on the bed. I won't touch it and give it to you, though. You can pick it up.
You're doing
It's
either.
sharp.
I don't know
It's
what
made
the
of
fuck
rock. I take rusty scimitar.
Ugh. What does your skull say?
Nothing. Don't worry yourself about it.
Ugh. I get annoyed and I start stamping through the door just because I'm pissed at everything.
Okay. And you open that door there, it seems. There's two people sitting at the table here. They both turn to you. The one nearest to you has a sword. The other one doesn't look armed. They have some raggedy, looks like scraps of what was once leather armor. They don't immediately stand up, but they slowly get to their feet. And the one closest to you says, Who are you? What are you
Guards.
doing here?
Guards.
Yes, we're guards.
Identify yourself. I am a nobleman. You can identify yourself first.
Nobleman. Well, I am Belsum. And that over there, that's Brent. What are you doing here?
They can speak for me.
Hey.
Belsum, would you like some food? I have made plenty.
I get out of the way of the door. I'm not blocking it so the others can enter.
No, we have food here, but we're the guards here. I don't know if you're allowed here. What are you doing?
What in fucking name are you guarding down here? The skeletons next door? I mean, I understand.
Well, the accursed den. We're the guards here. We work for Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Fletcher. This is his domain.
We're looking for
Fletcher.
an Alden.
Alden.
It's the
Alden.
king's son, fool.
What do you know, Belsum? What do you know? You're hiding from me.
Well, roll a presence check.
Yeah. I got big presents. It's not loading for me, actually. Try to close it here. There we go.
Is that
Is that just
11? You rolled that
No.
11 for. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, try it again.
D20 plus the presents.
Yes.
So this would be plus 3. So it's it's a 4. Or a
Wow.
1.
Alden. I don't think you're supposed to be here.
As soon as he says that, with me being invisible, I come up behind him trying to stab him. I bore of this talk, and then I try to stab.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll attack. But he's definitely ready to fight now.
Net 20.
Wow. First attack, sneak attack, net 20. Nice.
Wow.
Alright, so crits in this game. You double damage, and if they have armor, the tier is reduced. So go ahead and do your damage and double it.
So that'd be 2d4 then.
Yep.
Does that plus anything?
Well, just roll a d4 and then double it. Changes
Okay.
up the math behind it a little bit.
Okay. But it's only a 1, so 2 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you get up behind him and you're able to stab him right in the back, and it hurts him a bit, but he's still standing there, and now they're ready to fight for sure. But you all get your turn to go first.
Nice.
Oh.
I'd fire off my bow if nobody else is going to go.
Yeah, you guys can decide amongst yourselves your turn order on your side. But yeah, you can go first if you've decided that.
I'll go last.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at guard 1.
After
Okay.
his shot, I'll follow up with my mace.
And then I'll
Is it?
go when they're done.
Need to find my little sheet. Is it plus agility or plus?
Presence for
Presence for ranged attacks.
eight.
Wow, that is a net 20.
Oh, with your presence? Oh, well, it's not a natural 20 if you rolled a 19. But that definitely
I had-
hits, so roll your damage.
Look at the roll. 1d20 minus 1, friend.
Yeah, he rolled a 20.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, your presence is -1, and that's a crit. Yeah. So, 2 crits right off the bat. Yeah, roll your
I
damage
know
and double
math is hard, GM. So roll 1 and double it.
So both of their armor has been completely obliterated by you guys already.
Nice.
So that's 4.
And then first, for a mace, for a melee weapon, it's strength, I assume?
Yes, melee is strength.
So I'm attacking the guard 1 here, or guard 2.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
With my mace. Ooh.
Did another crit?
No, it's
Close. Close.
19.
Go ahead and roll your damage, though. It definitely hits.
D6.
Nice. He is not looking so great right now. He's got a wound in his back that's bleeding pretty bad, and now you've probably ripped a chunk off of his shoulder or something also with your mace there. Or whatever. And then got Godfin and Vressy. You can also take another turn since that first one was a sneak attack.
Well, I'm clearly standing off in the corner and watching them attack. I'm not too happy about the fact that I have to get involved in this, but it seems that nobody else is able to take the guard down, so I'm going to pull out my blade of my ancestors and I'm going to stab him over my shield. And he does not like it one bit. In fact, he's pretty pissed.
Get me out of here! Get me out!
Oh, here we go. And I stab him. So I will roll. Roll.
And for that sword, the DR is actually 10, so you get a little bit of time to hit with it.
Oh, the dice roll?
Yes.
And it's minus strength or present or agility?
It's strength for a melee attack.
Okay. Oh!
Oh no. Oh, you rolled a D10. You rolled D20.
Oh, okay.
It would have been a fumble though.
Heavens.
Looking better there. Another crit.
What the heck?
What?
It's either
This
1
never
or
happens.
3.
What the heck?
Dang, this is probably the only time we're actually going to land any of our hits.
Yeah,
You're
probably.
wiped.
Alright, so roll your damage and double it.
Alright, so it deals RD So it's RD6 plus 1. How do I double that? Okay.
Oops, sorry, I muted myself on the stream there for a second. Gotvin has ended his life. Go ahead and describe what happens.
Well, I've been watching these fools attack, and, well, nobody's hurting him, so I, with my Blade of the Ancestors, and I watch him tumble. Oh, sorry. If you want something done right, you must do it yourself.
Oops. Sorry.
Ressi, you're up. You still have a turn to take.
Am I still invisible, or did I come up, because of attacking?
Would have exposed yourself back in the
Okay.
room. So they know you're there, but it provides a defense rating of DR10 for you.
Okay.
So they know you're
Alright.
there, but it gives you a little bit of a defense.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna go up and stab that other guard there.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. 13. That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. Two.
All right. Your attack combined with the arrow is leaving him a little worse for wear. He's not looking so, but he is still standing. He retaliates.
Okay.
Roll your defense.
Just a D10
D20
or D20, and then
with agility. And for you, it's a DR of 10, and you failed that. He actually doesn't have a sword though. He has a femur that he seemed to have picked up off the floor nearby and is swinging it at you. You take 1 point of damage. Just smacks you up the head with it. Stab him.
oh, that hurt.
Presty, get out of there!
And it's back to you guys again.
Okay.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure. Your question?
Sean, I think your mic muted if you're not if you're talking. We don't got you.
that
There you
better?
are.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry
there you
about
go. That's all right.
Why did he fail? He rolled a 16, right? His DC was 12.
10. Yes, you're right. Sorry. Thank you for pointing
Not
that out.
questioning you, not questioning
No,
you.
I
just wanted to make sure there
appreciate
wasn't
it.
Something I missed.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's my. Okay. Thank you
I
for
was
pointing
calling
that out.
Cthulhu rules.
I don't
Yeah,
mistake
that's
those.
exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't make mistakes on the rolls much, but yeah. Okay. So you do not take
Okay,
it.
sorry, I
He
just-
swings and just barely misses the side of your head because you're still kind of hazy wearing that magical pre-fighter. So it does miss.
Okay.
But you guys are back
Okay.
up again. Whoever wants to go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm booking it towards him, and I'm with my mace drawn, and I'm just lunging at him with my mace.
Okay.
Yeah, +2. That's 10.
I don't know.
Dang.
This your attack.
All right, I run up as well. Well, I nobly walk up. Hopefully that someone else is going to take care of this, and I do another little stab.
Well, it
Technically,
wasn't
it's a
quite a fumble, so yeah, you're good.
I certainly miss.
But you
and all I
miss.
hear
On your head.
the sword.
Yeah, your
Sword.
your sword is definitely kind of disappointed in you now. Who's up next? Ressi, Ervarg?
Urvarg will take another shot with his mighty bow.
Okay.
Wow, that's terrible. 8.
Oh. The arrow flies wide and smashes against the wall behind him.
Told you to keep a watch out!
Resi, you're up.
So I want to do something unconventional. Do I see him like looking pretty messed up?
Yes.
Okay. I want to take my wooden crucifix out, and I want to try and stab him in the throat with it.
Okay, yeah, go for it. It's going to be a little bit harder than a normal attack, but you can roll your strength. That's going to be a DR of 14.
Okay. This will be +1. Well, maybe not. Hang on, let me just do it this way. +1. And that is a failure. Can I use an omen?
Yes, you can use an omen, and you probably should. That is a fumble.
I'm going to use the omen to re-roll that.
Ooh,
And that's with the +1.
Not quite enough. You got a 12, and it was a DR of 14 because of what you were doing there. So you're able to get up to him and kind of like grapple onto him, and you're trying to stab it into him, I imagine, but it's just not taking.
I've got my lobster claw around that wooden crucifix, and I'm just like, and like trying to get him down.
So he is still remaining and fighting. Because you're trying to stab him with this crucifix, he tries smacking you again with the femur and wants to get you off of him. Go ahead and roll your defense.
Okay. Well, I'll just do this. 18, and then is that plus agility? So
it doesn't even matter. It hits. roll your damage.
Oh wait, I thought that was a defensive maneuver.
Oh, sorry. Need to get my head straight. Sorry about that. Okay, so now you guys are up again.
The game. It's understandable.
Yeah. New game, new system. You guys are back up again.
And it's exciting.
It is.
Andy approves.
Just gonna swing at him with my mace, my good old trusty mace. All right. That's a 9.
Miss again.
Damn it!
Who's up?
Well, I guess I'll go again and stabby. Ooh! Ooh!
Not good enough.
Ooh! Not good enough.
You're all standing around him, swinging and missing.
That's poor dude. He's like, I was just trying to do my job.
Oh.
Resi and Urvarg, which one of you are up next?
I believe it'd be Urvarg.
I'll go ahead and take another shot. Another opportunity. There we go. That's 18.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely hits. Describe what happens when you kill him.
So after Andy is hanging from my belt, I look down at him and I yell at him saying, "You're supposed to be aiming for me!" Pulling it back another arrow. Kind of aim in between everybody trying to gangbang this guy. Release. Arrow flies through the air in between two of them and hits the guy right in the throat. Blood spurts out from him as he kind of collapses back.
So grotesque.
Very metal.
I'm
So,
gonna search his body for some rocks.
alright, if you're searching his body, go ahead and roll a D66.
Okay.
Let me,
This is about to get spicy.
yeah, that works, 20.
He's doing that. You mind if I try to collect arrows, or is that not a thing in this?
You can. You can collect, yeah, I'll let you go ahead and collect arrows. I might house roll something later, but you can go ahead and grab those, that's fine.
I'll say 2 out of 3 since the one hit the wall.
Okay.
Can I pilfer this guard for the femur?
Yeah, you can definitely take that femur.
Okay.
1 second here. I am actually going to give you guys the command for the D66. I should have done that earlier. I want you to go ahead and be able to roll that. So I put that in our... our Skype chat there. Just remove the little, the tick in front of it. That'll roll a D66 because 28 isn't actually a number.
Oh, okay. I see. So you want me to re-roll that again?
Yeah,
Like
you'll
proper
have to.
Notation here. Okay. Unexpected error.
So, while skeletal return, yeah, you'll have to make sure you remove that tick at the front. That's single quote. While skeletal returns is searching that body, what's everyone else doing?
Well, I noticed this table, and I put my sword away before he starts taunting me because I just don't want to hear him talk. And I walk over to the table and I see what these guards have got going on.
Right. But this whole time you've been fighting in here, there's a rotten stench in here. Not quite sure where it's coming from. It's also very hot in here. On the east side wall, there's a rather large hearth burning fire in it. And here, side by from the north, staircase actually. Rickety wooden staircase leading down. On the table is a couple of mugs. Don't really seem to be anything left in them. Some food, maybe stew on the table. A lot of random debris in here, and are you going to search through everything here in this room?
I'll use my sword and... I don't touch that. I'll use my sword and move stuff around and see what I see.
Okay, roll a d6.
D6 coming right up.
Bam. SRT, you find... You find a golden ball.
Oh.
Oh, I like it.
The best of rocks.
Very small golden ball hidden deep in one of his pockets. And
I'm gonna pocket it.
Godfin, all you find is some bony remains of a dog and a pile of trash. It looks like there's some meat on there if you need sustenance.
I don't need any sustenance.
I've got plenty of snacks. I've got 4 more.
Also, there are 2 doors to your west. The northernmost door is an iron door, and the other one is a wooden door. What do you all do?
I after grabbing that femur off of that guard, I'm like, oh, this will do nicely. And then I just put my hood back up, put my hat back on, hood, whatever, and I go invisible and I try and go through that iron door.
Oh.
Okay.
Where did he go?
It's kind of heavy, but you're able to open it, so go ahead and you can open that yourself and step through if you'd like. Also, by the way, that femur does D4 damage, if you were wondering.
Okay.
You step inside and this just wave of smell hits you. It's just this repulsive stench of death and gore. There's bodies everywhere.
Oh,
You're right.
nasty.
In the north part of this room are cells. They're very narrow cells filled with maybe 10 or so emaciated looking. They see you and stand and come to the bars at the front. This room is very dimly lit. They look very sickly and very gaunt in the dim torchlight. One closest to you, actually they all start speaking up and amongst themselves start mumbling and reaching out to you and saying, please help us. Yes, please, we need food, we need to... The guards, they have keys, let us out.
Don't. They might be diseased.
Can I toss food in their
I will
cells?
touch them.
Yeah, you can
Toss
toss food to
my-
them.
Not these.
I'm gonna use the rest of my
You
charges
have a job.
for the food. Just toss them in there.
Okay. Yeah, wherever you toss them, there's a couple of them that scramble and jump on top of the food. And then the ones that don't go after the food still stay at the cell doors grasping on it. Help us! Get the keys, let us out! And also to the west, you notice that there's another door leading out the other side.
Can they see me if I've got my hood, my stolen miter up?
Good question.
Or is it like a translucent thing?
What is the DR on that?
It says if pulled over the ears outside of battle, it is testing against DR8.
Okay. It seems like they're tracking you with their eyes. They're kind of a couple of them are looking directly at you.
Okay. And you said that there were these corpses that are right here in the front?
There's corpses all over the place, yeah.
Okay, I just want to search some of the corpses and see if I can see anything or find anything useful.
Okay. Yeah, you search through those corpses and you're not finding anything. The only thing you're really finding is that you pull your hands out of some of those pockets maybe and they're covered in blood and some of it looks, just black and rotten.
What happened to these creatures, little one? I'm speaking towards Dale cells.
One of them speaks up and says, they sometimes they come in here and they pull us out. And sometimes they take us out of the room, and sometimes they're right there, and sometimes they come back as corpses. Please, get the keys. We need to get out of here.
While they're over there,
Urvarg.
doing their thing.
Who's in here to begin with? What brought you to this place?
Urvarg, roll an agility test.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, baby!
Nice. You got a little too close to those
not
cells.
I want to use an omen.
One of the prisoners reaches out and grabs a hold of you, drags you up against the cell bars, and begins choking you.
So,
And
you're gonna regret
You
it.
take 2 points of damage while his bony arm is wrapped tightly around your neck. Everyone
No,
else,
little one.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to pull her back off of him, yeah.
while he's trying to pull them, I want to try and go up and just stab one of them. Just like, enough of this, and just stab one of them.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack. Godfin, what are you doing back in the other room?
I was trying to search the guard. I don't think anyone looked at this guard yet.
Okay, roll a d66 on that guard. And remember, you can create macros if you don't want to keep typing in those commands. That 7, was that your stabbing attack?
Yeah, that was the stab attack.
Okay, you seem to just kind of miss the arm because they're struggling against the bars there.
Okay.
54. Roll that d66 one more time. I don't want to give you the same exact thing.
Golden ball.
You reach into one of the... There's a pouch on that guard's belt. You think you might find something valuable in there. You reach into it, open it up, and you pull out something textured. And you pull it out, and it's hair. And once you get it all the way out, there's a scalp connected to it.
I drop it and scream, "Oh! Ew!" And I run into the other room where everyone else is at.
Alright. You would see all this commotion going on in there. SRT, what are you doing now?
I'm pulling Irving off of him.
Okay.
While screaming at the...
Roll a strength check. And actually, Urvarg, if you're going to try and break yourself free, you can roll a strength check instead with a little bit of a bonus to it.
17.
Okay. So you'll be able to provide a good bonus. Urvarg, go ahead and roll if you're going to try and break free.
Well, yeah.
It's just a nice hug.
Can I use my omen this time before you cut me off?
Yeah. I didn't hear you before, sorry.
Thanks. I screamed it, but you were too excited to get me murdered.
It's exciting stuff.
It is.
Yeah, use your omen, re-roll that.
So re-roll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make the difficulty a little bit lower because of the help from SRT.
Yeah. Oh my god!
Nope. Yeah, you're unable to break free.
Come on, you weakling!
You take 4 points of damage. That bony arm is really gripping in there, and there's another one helping him pull you towards the bars now.
Okay, as I see him take this damage,
It puts you
I
at
want
broken?
to-
Okay.
okay, I want to try and use that healing scroll that we found in that other room.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll your presence for that.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's a +0, so 19.
Okay. So, 2 things here. Ervarg, you are broken. Go ahead and roll a d6. And the healing after that, roll a d10 for the healing. I see. A 5. You get a broken limb. You get to choose which one.
We'll go with the left.
Left arm is broken.
Oh no.
You'll take a penalty on any attacks with that. Two-handed weapons. But you recover 9 hit points, and you're still pinned to the bars.
As he kind of does all that, I yell out, "Oh, you guys said you were hungry. There's some food over there. If I bring you that food, will you let him go?"
They don't even pay attention to you. They're just, even more of them are trying to scramble on and grab and reach for you guys too.
I want to do something a little off, if I can.
Okay. Yep.
I want to shift form, considering that it's the flayed wolf, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And it makes my skin nice and greasy.
Yeah. Describe what happens there.
So with skeletal here, and these things starting to get on me, I can hear this growl start to build up inside of me, and there's this crunch of bone as my arms begin to contort. And with skeletal kind of grabbing onto me and trying to help pull me away, he kind of stumbles backwards as my skin comes off, and muscle starts to protrude out and blood drips down to the ground, and I keep growing and growing and kind of hunching over a little bit more, and I grow, and I'm this nasty flayed wolf looking thing with fangs the size of daggers and muscle protruding out of me.
Yeah. And during your transformation, you're able to slip free of their grip. So if I were you, I'd move away from those prison cells.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. Jeez. I'm not in. There we go.
What are you?
They're still reaching through the bars, trying to grab at you. Please let us out.
No more food.
Let us out.
No more food for you. You have been bad. You will stay in corner.
What do you all do?
Who has the keys?
No, let's go out. Let's go. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Okay, let us keep going. Sorry, boys.
Well, what do you all do?
I ignore him. I'm going towards the door to the left.
Okay. The door to the left, stuck. Seems like the handle's moving, but the door is not.
Tell me why this door will not open for me. Someone else try it.
I'm gonna try to break down the door.
Okay.
Strength. I'm gonna hurtle into it.
Roll a strength check.
17.
So you slam through the door and into the hallway here. It's a long hallway. To your left, your immediate left, there's a wooden door. To your right is the long hallway. On the left side up ahead, you can see that there's some paintings on the wall. And further into the hallway, there's a room, and that seems to be well lit by some oil lanterns. See at least one of those lanterns.
as Irvarg, I just start walking down the hallway, kind of stalking over with my claws raking along the wall, knocking down the paintings as I go by them.
Oh,
Just
no.
completely fueled by rage right now. I don't care. Do it. Do me.
Roll a d6. Is everyone following close behind him?
Yeah, I'm rolling behind him.
Unfortunately.
I
Okay.
actually wanted to go back and grab that scalp that he found on that corpse from the guard.
Okay. I'm going to
So
say
I wanted to
that
go grab that.
the front two of you, as the paintings are knocked off the wall, there's a trap door that unlatches below you in this hallway.
Oh! What is this? Could the wolf even fit through it?
Okay. Gotvin and Irvarg, did you both roll your d6?
Oh, nope.
I do.
Irvarg, you take 5 points of damage as you tumble down into this tunnel here.
Oh,
Gotvin,
no.
you take 1 point of damage. You're not doing quite as bad.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
You
good.
land on your feet, but Irvarg, you go just tumbling straight headfirst down into this tunnel.
That's back to.
Oh!
Does my armor take any soak for this? Because no, I don't. It's gone because I shredded it before I shifted.
You automatically get some armor, but in this case, no, it wouldn't really help you at.
Then I think that takes me down to broken again.
Roll a d4.
Okay. 1.
Okay. I need to have a bookmark for this table.
Do you want me to take it away from my hit points myself?
Roll another d4. Yeah, you could. Yeah, go ahead and track your own hit points. I'm not even really paying attention to that.
Okay.
I'm trusting you guys.
Yeah,
Who's rolling the d4?
Brian said that I cushioned your fall.
Yeah, that's good. What was your second
did.
d4?
Me or
No,
Sean?
Irvarg.
One.
Okay. You fall unconscious for now, Irvarg.
Oh,
So,
So-
that send me back to Human Man?
SRT and Vressy. Vressy, did you say you were running back to the other room?
In between, hold on, my thing's messing up. Before we started coming this way, I wanted to have, after we got him free, I wanted to have gone back and grabbed that scalp.
Okay.
But if
Yeah,
I
you
couldn't have done that, then
No, you could have.
That's fine.
You would have done that just fine. Are you coming back to this hallway after you had done that?
yeah.
Okay. So you would have come back here and found SRT by himself standing in this hallway. Skeletal remains. If you were following them in this hallway, you would have seen them drop into this pit in front of you.
Are you guys okay down there? You seem to have fallen. Hello?
oh, well, this beast cushioned my fall,
You're covered in blood now.
and now,
I have a rope. You wanna?
well, I must
down
see
there?
what's down here first, and then I have a water skin, and I dump it on Wolf Boy, just hoping to wake him up.
Yeah, that works.
Oh,
Irvarg, roll another d4. You awaken with 2 points of 2 hit points.
At this point, I would want to go ahead and shift back into a form where I can think straight.
Okay.
So as all this is going on, I look over at SRT and I'm just like, this serves him right. That noble guy just he talks too much.
I don't like you.
Well then, wait, SRT said that?
Yeah.
he did.
Okay.
I
Well-
move forward as they banter.
Okay, Gottfin, before you move forward, let me tell you that to your east, there was an exit to this tunnel leading out into a room where you can see... You just move through the wall?
I did.
That's interesting.
Oh, somebody
Nope.
hacks! He hacked!
Up.
No
Um,
clips.
So, yeah, to your east, the tunnel, you can tell, leads out to an exit where there's a room with a lot of different bright kind of colors shining, but you're not sure until you go through that room. Now that you've gotten further west into this tunnel here, you that Looks like there's a greenhouse ahead of you. Is the wall straight ahead, the west, is a glass window, and you can faintly see into the forest of Sarkash. This tunnel kind of goes up an incline and into this greenhouse. There's all sorts of plants in here growing. There's ferns and even cacti, lots of flowers. And the air in here is very hot and stuffy, but kind of pleasant with all the smells that are very sweet. There's oil lamps that are lighting this room very well, and you can hear a fire crackling. Before you step forward, though, SRT and Vressi, what are you doing up in that hallway?
I'm looking for a way to mount this rope into the on the hallway so I can propel myself down into the hole.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say there's maybe some like loose masonry or something in the wall, maybe some rocks and things that you're able to secure it to. Yeah. You're able to find some way to get that attached just enough that you can haul down there safely if you'd like.
Okay, yes, I would like to repel myself down there.
Okay.
And this is like right in the middle of the floor.
Yeah,
we're up this hallway.
There's just barely enough space if you wanted to shimmy by, but yeah, it's right in the middle of the hallway in front. Skeletal returns. I'll move you down there. Vressi, are you following them?
Yeah, I guess I'll try and climb down as well.
Okay.
Oh, what? I'm on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that tunnel's kind of weird. I'm gonna have to move. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good.
Don't touch me.
Where did your token go? Oh, I see you now. Okay.
I'm on Irveg.
All right, so Godfin is up ahead here, and you guys can also begin to see what I just described. Okay. What do you do? Are you continuing into this greenhouse?
I'm going in.
Absolutely.
Oh, finally.
The air.
Get me out of
Bressi,
this.
Bressi, are you following them?
Yeah, I'm following them, but I'm making sure that my hood is up, and I'm just kind of keeping a distance right now.
Okay. Yeah, let me know if you have any trouble moving your token through that hallway. I made it a little... So, as you get up here, Godfin, you're the first to see that to the north there is a fire there that you had heard. Just past the fire, there's a fallen tree log, and on top of it, there's a woman sitting there. She has long, dark hair, and she's dressed in just a sack, holes for the arms.
God, is it the girl from the ring?
She smiles at you and waves you forward. Please, come have a seat.
One of you others, go ahead and go. I'll stay back here. Do you see what she's wearing? Ooh. No.
She just remains sitting as you approach, and she says, please sit down. Stay a while and enjoy the fire. My name is Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. We're looking for an insert name of the person we're looking for.
Alden.
Alden. We're looking for an Alden. Do you know of him? Mm-hmm.
I believe Fletcher has Alden locked away somewhere here in the accursed den.
Well, that's not good. What are you doing down here? All of you.
Oh. What am I doing down here? What do you know about the accursed den?
The what?
It's travelers never return. It's a scary place, I hear, but you seem quite nice and out of place.
I suppose. This is a sanctuary of sorts here, away from Fletcher's domain, but connected to it. I'm actually here to try and get beneath the accursed den. I don't know what you've explored of the place, but there is a pit within it that contains the Rotblack Sludge. And I believe that consuming the Rotblack Sludge would allow me to control the gutworm that lives within it. But every time I try and get close to that sludge and find the secrets beneath it, the worm attacks me, and Fletcher controls the worm.
I see.
Oh, this is
So you're trying to dig for rocks.
In a sense, I suppose.
I would love to help you, of course, if I could have some rocks in That's right.
I could arrange such a deal. But what are all of your names?
SRT. It's my name.
RT.
I am of noble blood. You should know me, but since this is the case that you do not, I am Godfin, nobleman of
Godfin.
the Westland Palace.
Noble.
To get back to it.
And you others?
Yawn.
Can you see me?
I'm about to find that out.
Yep.
If you're stepping into the bushes and you have that miter on,
Oh, okay. I don't say anything. I'm just listening, and I'm thinking all the time to myself that I would love to get my hands on this worm and get control of it, because then maybe people will start to listen to me instead of Eridu.
all right. Urvarg, do you say anything?
Urvarg.
Urvarg. Well, it is nice to meet you all. Why don't you sit here for a little bit before we venture back into the accursed den? And she produces some bowls that she pulls out from behind her and pours this brown, thick-looking liquid into some cups and hands them out to you. Please, enjoy this drink.
I'm gonna drink it.
Okay.
Bowl of brown, baby.
I do not.
Okay.
Had me a bowl of brown from,
Give me that brown stuff.
Whoever drinks it, roll a d6.
I'm gonna die from something tonight, that's cool.
You both rolled a 4, it looks like.
Yep.
Yep.
It heals you each for 4 damage.
Nice.
Yay! And I need that.
There's no overheal, right?
Oh.
No overheal. So it heals you to your max if you don't have 4 hit points.
Do I see any change in
Does it
them?
do anything for my arm?
Does it what?
So I had a heal spell used on me, I had magic poop in my
Yes.
mouth.
Yeah, your arm is
My arm?
feeling a lot better.
Yay!
What did you say, Godfin?
Did I notice any change when they drank it?
Not presently.
Okay. Ugh.
Leslie continues to talk. You came here for Alden. Perhaps if you help me, I can help you find Alden.
And just how do we do that?
If you kill the gutworm, I might be able to help you.
And just how?
Or
do
if you kill Fletcher.
do that?
And then at that moment, I come out and I take my hat off and I say, "We kill Fletcher. Let's kill Fletcher, get this worm, and then let's get on the way. Come on."
And who are you?
No need to worry about me. I'm Pressy.
Pressy. Would you like some of this brew? It's delicious.
No thanks. No thanks. I'll just suck on this femur I got here, and I just start biting into the femur.
And at this point, the bushes behind Leslie begin to shuffle. And there are 3 very scrawny-looking men that step out. They're wearing just basically rags, and they sit down on the ground around Leslie. They don't really say anything.
Oh. Oh, I take a step back and pull my shield up.
Quite a stench emanating from you.
Do not be afraid, Godfin. You can stay here with us.
I just want to find this gentleman, or whatever he is, and then find out who destroyed my palace. Thank you.
Leslie, how do we get out of here?
Where
How do you
is
get out
that
of here?
boy?
Back through the tunnel. But I think you should instead stay here.
And what
Well-
will that benefit?
We have to kill Fletcher? We can't kill Fletcher from here, can we? No, Leslie.
No, I suppose not. But I
So
think
we'll
you should
be
stay
right back.
here. And she gets up and steps back into the bushes and he disappears. And the 3 men in front of you,
I'm standing up.
the 3 men
Back now a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, as you're doing that, the 3 men in front of you quickly jump to their feet and rush at you. They're all brandishing small knives.
Damn.
Do we got any metal for this fight? I want to hear some metal.
Yeah, you can't hear it. It's playing.
No, we can't hear it.
No, I haven't heard anything. I've been
Really?
Oh, I can hear it.
It's playing in
Yeah.
Foundry. Can everyone in the
I can
stream hear it?
Oh, I can hear it. Yeah.
I just didn't want to turn it up too loud.
No, you're good. You're good. If there's playing on the stream, we're all good. That's
All right. Yeah. So they rush towards you. Godfin, roll your defense. One of them rushes at you and begins trying to slash at you. Skeletal returns, and Urvarg also.
What is that again? Sorry.
What's-
Yeah.
Defense is agility.
Okay.
That's a D20 plus agility. Okay.
Wait, friends, we'd mean you no harm.
Who rolled the 11? Can't actually
was
see
me.
that.
SRT.
Okay. So SRT, you take 2 points of damage.
Bastard!
Urvarg? Oh no. You rolled a 2?
I didn't roll anything yet.
Okay, never mind. Roll your defense.
May I roll? Okay, so I have, that's agility, right?
Yes.
I have +2 on that. Doesn't matter?
Good. And remember, if you have armor or shield, it reduces your damage
Oh,
taken
thank
from
you.
combat.
I have that armor. I don't know if you're gonna let me keep counting it because I did.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume you probably carried it with you in some way. It's fine. I'll let you keep that.
1d2.
Okay, so you roll your 1d2 to reduce that damage, and you take 2 damage. And also, if you have a shield, it reduces it by 1. But just that 1 damage. And now you guys have your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna swing my mace at the guy in front of me. Oh, that's a damage. Whoops.
Thanks for the follow.
Yes, thank you. Big Ed Barnum.
Oh, Big Ed.
So can everyone actually hear the music now? Because I've been assuming it was heard the whole time.
Uh-huh.
That's disappointing. I guess the stream wasn't hearing it either. Maybe I didn't have it loud enough.
Thanks for the follow, Big Ed. We're gonna be Big Ed.
Alright, so who just rolled an attack? I'm sorry, I was messing with the music.
It's okay. That was me. I
Okay.
failed horribly.
Yes, you
Okay.
did. Alright, so also keep in mind, so the actions in each round are kind of loose in this game. If you'd like to, you can move around and everything. So you don't have to stay right there.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely gonna back up after my missed swing. Is that possible?
Yeah, that's fine. Who's up next?
They're saying that the music still isn't coming through.
Oh yeah, you want to fix that real quick?
Hades is saying no music.
I'm not sure, because I'm showing as it coming through.
Dex hears it.
Spencer hears it. Yeah.
That's here, but
Or Dex.
Brian says barely.
It's super light.
Cool. If it's there, it's there. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine.
Sure.
So he clangs off of my shield, and I get very upset. It's almost like I snap, and it's this weird rage, and I start my insane giggle that I just, for some reason, always happen to have at the most inopportune moment. And I reach down, and I grab my dagger, and I stab at his throat.
Yeah. Nice. That's good. That's terrible.
Yes!
Nice. So, you know what happens on a 1. Go ahead and describe it.
So, this is the snakeskin gift dagger, and it is wrapped in silk. It is in seemingly ordinary dagger, but it can weep poison at the most random time, more specifically out of character, when you roll a 1. So as I come up, I just sink the blade into the guy's throat, and I come out and I see the blade not really drip any blood, but what looks like a poison of sorts, whatever poison might look like as it drips. And the nice thing is that target dies immediately.
Oh yeah, he falls over and he begins spasming on the floor.
Ah,
Who's up next?
this is how we do it as a nobleman.
So did he just kill the one in front of him?
Yeah, there's a little skull symbol on it.
Oh, okay, I see it now. So I want to go up and I want to put my hood up first, and go back up, and go around and try and stab this other guy.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. Oh, no good. You miss your stab. Urvarg, you're up.
Is there any, in this, I didn't see in the book that there was any rules about moving out of melee combat?
Nope. No rules about that.
So, I would take a step back and pull my bow, or, grab an arrow now that my arm's all nice and healed, and fire off around into him.
Okay. Flip.
This is at -1 for presence. Yeah.
Nope, the arrow flies wide and misses him. So, one of these guys attacks Godfin after he sees his friend here go down. And also, you notice that this entire time, these three haven't been making any noises at all. They're completely dead silent. But this guy lunges at you, Godfin. Roll your defense. The other one follows after Skeletal returns and tries attacking him.
21. I rolled a net 20.
Yep. So your nat 20 on defense, actually, that does something. On defense, you get a
free attack.
Yeah, exactly. So go ahead and roll an attack. Urvarg, you do not dodge that attack.
You mean...
Take 2 damage.
You mean Godman?
Urvarg. Or, I'm sorry, Godfin. Yes. I did say Godfin.
Why do you want to kill me, bro? Is this payback for last night?
No, wait. Godfin, you take 2 damage.
Oh!
Skeletal returns. Did you roll your attack?
I did, and I horribly missed.
Okay.
Oh, the armor you said reduces 1 damage?
So let me pull up your sheet. I'll help you with that. You have fur armor on, so roll a d2. And also you have a shield, so it automatically reduces it by 1. So because you're guaranteed to roll at least 2, or get at least 2, but combined between those, that negates your damage anyways.
Oh.
So you're good. You tanked it off. You guys are back up again. Who's first?
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and go again. And I'll just stab with my little dagger, because I'm pissed. Full of revenge. Here we go. Big bucks, no whammies.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits. Roll your damage. Alright, that's 3 damage to him. He is still standing though.
Bitch.
But it's a solid hit. Who's up next?
I have a question.
Sure.
Since I picked up that femur, is there such a thing as dual wielding? Can I try and wield the dagger with one hand or the short sword with one hand and the femur with the other?
There's not really any rules on that, but I'm just gonna say your offhand, whichever one you have in the offhand, will be a
lobster
higher
disadvantage.
It'll be a higher difficulty to hit him.
Okay.
It'll be.
I'll accept that.
I'll raise it to a DR 16.
Okay.
So normally it's
So-
12.
So then just roll 2 attacks then.
Yep. And we'll consider the
Okay.
first one your normal and the second one your offhand.
Okay. Sounds good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and stab him and then hit him over the head with the femur.
I said, hot shot.
And both of them fail.
Yes, they do. Who's
Thanks
next?
for the follow, biggest sauce. You
Yes,
are
thank
the
you.
biggest sauce in my book.
Question. How long
Yeah.
does my undead summon last if I summon it?
I was just trying to put that in the chat for you. There is no rule for how long it's going to last, so I'm going to say it's probably indefinite, but we'll see.
All right. I like that. I like that. I'm going to kind of get up on like with my 2 hands, like raise them up in the sky, and I'm gonna bring them together, and I'm gonna chant some incoherent babble. And I'm gonna summon something.
D6.
Somebody clip that.
And then roll a D4.
Okay.
Okay. So you summon 2 skeletons. Go ahead and describe what happens.
When my hands finally meet together, my face is split into 4, and I channel my energy into the ground as piles of rubble start to sink beneath the sand, and an undead skeleton emerges from the ground, cackling and breaking as the bones kind of jolt and jerk back and forth as it manifests itself above ground. Oh.
And what do those skeletons do after you summon them?
They are lunging forward at the creature in front of me.
Okay, go ahead and roll D20 for each one.
20.
Alright, one of them does hit. Roll a D4 as they break their jagged, bony claws across this guy.
Nice.
1 point of damage. It just barely snags, but does rip some flesh off of his chest. I believe Urvarg and Ressi have yet to go.
After you, my half-invisible crazy friend.
I'm gonna do the same thing again, just try and get this guy down, and swing at him again.
Okay. Oh, those both hit.
Needs the restroom.
Hit, right?
Those, yeah.
Yeah, they do. So go ahead and roll your damage twice.
Okay.
Or, well, damage for each of those weapons you have.
Okay. Six total. 4 in the first one, 2 in the second one.
Okay. What happens when you attack him?
So being frustrated, missing this entire time, Bressy I just stab him in the kidney from behind, and then I come down and just die already, and just like smack him over the head with the femur.
Nice. And the whole time he continues to say nothing, not making a single sound as you pound him down to the ground and he stops moving. This other one is still standing. Urvarg, I believe you still have a turn to take.
Urvarg. Yep, I will grab one of my remaining arrows and fire one off. Yep,
Another miss.
yep.
So, this last one here, he's kind of surrounded here now, but he decides to keep attacking skeletal returns.
Coming after you.
Roll your defense.
Oh yeah. Eat that.
Nice. He slashes at you with his knife and completely misses. Maybe the skeletons were a little bit in the way. So skeletal returns, because you're the last one to be attacked, I'll let you go first.
Betcha. I'm gonna draw my mace out, and as I'm drawing it, I'm gonna almost hit him like it's an uppercut underneath his jaw. Oh, whoop! That's my damage. +2. Oh my good gosh, that's a nat 1. I'm gonna use an omen.
Oh
I'm
no.
using an omen.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
go
using
for
an
it.
omen. And then just roll again.
Yep, yeah, just make sure you guys are subtracting your current omen count when you do that. Nice, that hits though, your omen roll. So go ahead and roll your damage.
I'm actually rolling real damage this time. Alright.
Alright. You land a hit on him for sure, but he's still standing.
This man.
What do your skeletons do?
Oh, they're swiping at him. They're double swiping here.
They both miss. They're both clawing and trying to get to you and get to him, and they can't grab him.
What do I pay you for?
Urbard, Godfin, Bressy, who's up next?
I'm gonna turn and start my cackle again because there's something clearly wrong with me. And I charge with my shield and my dagger, and as I meet the third individual, I stab in the back.
Okay. Yeah, roll it. Nice. That hits for sure. Roll your damage. Is that with your dagger?
Yes.
Nice. Another one. Go ahead and describe what happens.
As I charge, I barrel into him so hard because he takes all of my momentum, and as I sink my dagger in again, you can feel the life just immediately draw out of him. And as I draw it again, that weird-looking substance just drips from the dagger, and I watch him fall lifelessly to the ground.
I'm
And
gonna
with,
spit on him as he's falling.
with that, the last one falls.
Well, if you want
Find
something
that
done
bitch.
right, you must do it yourself.
Find that bitch before she gets away.
Yeah, let's get out of here before any more of them come. I don't want to have to deal with it again. The rest of you don't know how to fight.
I'm gonna look around for some stones.
I walk out of that as soon as I can.
Is there any more of that poop still?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Okay. So you're going back out the tunnel the other way? I take it?
Yeah.
Everyone?
I wanted to see if
Yeah.
she took off someplace that we could see where she went.
Okay. So you're searching in the bushes for her?
Yeah, and is there any more of that poop stew left?
Yeah, there is some of that stew left, and at this point, now that the combat's over and your adrenaline's kind of coming back down a little bit, realize that you and who else drank some of that? It was SRT and Urbard, right?
Yeah.
Both of you are feeling kind of a little bit dizzy and uneasy, and like the floor might drop out beneath you at any point. Meaning that
No.
any attacks and defense that you're rolling in the future are going to be with a -2 for a little while.
Oh no.
Precisely why I don't
You're-
drink strange porridge.
But if you're searching through the bushes and everything there, you aren't finding anything. She had disappeared without a trace.
You said that she could be trusted. I trusted you.
Godfin, are you leaving them behind and going down the tunnel?
Yeah, I got tired of it really quick.
Okay.
I failed you.
All right, I'll describe what you're seeing over here then. Presley, what
Did I climb
were you
out?
saying?
Did any of their bodies have anything on them?
Roll a D66 if you're... Godfin, you step into this room here, and to your right, there's a wall that looks like a cavern wall, and it's covered in lots of small gems that are glowing. But also, to your north, you see that the northern wall has collapsed back into this deep pit. There's this sulfuric smell rising out of it, and this black, smoky mist coming out of it. You can see that the pit goes down pretty far, and from here you can kind of make out that there's some sort of maybe sludge at the bottom of the pit. But right in the middle, there's a pillar rising just about the same level at the floor that you're on right now. And standing on this white pillar are two skeletons playing violin, which fills this chamber with the somber violin music.
Oh. Well, I always do like a good serenade. Let me look at these gems. So I'm looking at these gems and I'm admiring them. Are they pretty well stuck in that wall?
Yeah, but you think you could probably try and pry them out if you'd like. Ressi, you find a dagger, but it's unusual looking. It was tucked away in one of their belts. It must have been special to them. It's very ornate. Blade is kind of wavy. You have a feeling that this dagger is probably a lot higher quality than one you're currently using. Or your weapon you're currently using. So, out of character, it does 2d4 damage. Yeah, Urvarg?
Would I be able to snag up one of the regular daggers from these guys? The regular knife?
Yeah.
On the way out?
Yeah, definitely. They've got kind of rusty looking but long knives. 1d6 damage if you're taking one.
Yeah, please.
You all following through the tunnel at this point?
Yeah, can I call my skeletons to like follow me? Can I like
Yeah,
help them up?
Probably can't move them.
No, I can't. No, yeah.
Be able to get. I'm not gonna mess with it now. I'll move them behind you.
Sure, sounds good to me.
I'll move you guys into that tunnel there. Vressi, are you gonna follow them after you're done looting?
Yeah. After I find that dagger, I'm just ecstatic, and I'm putting my hood back up, and I keep going on, so following them.
Okay. All right, there you go. You should all be in that room now. You can also see that to your east, there's a dimly lit room with lots of chains hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, I've seen enough Hellraiser to know where this is going.
So, Godfin, if you're trying to pry some of those out, roll a strength DR12.
Are those shiny stones?
Shiny.
I'm taking them too. I'm trying my hardest.
You really try, but you're unable to pry any of them out. SRT, if you're going to try and get any of those out of there, roll a strength test, DR12.
Give me them. That's a 20.
Oh, wow. Okay, go ahead and roll a D4 now.
Alright.
You were able to pry out just one gem.
That's fine by me.
I want to try and pull one of the gems out as well.
Okay, go ahead and roll a DR12 strength test also. Urvarg, are you going to join the gem party?
No.
Alright. So, Vressi... Okay. Vressi, roll a D4. You also pry one gem out. Urvarg, I see you're up there near the Rotblack Sludge. What
I'm not going that far.
are you? Alright. I was just asking if you were checking it out at all.
I thought it was a wall. I'm sorry.
So a couple of you are able to pry off a gem each, it looks like. What are you doing now?
I get frustrated, so I'm like, I move forward. I'll let the guys with the rocks go first, though.
Okay. You can also see, now that you've been in here for a little bit and you've probably looked around, you can see across this chasm to the north, there is another room that's very faint and hard to see through this fog of sulfuric haze. And there's something bright across the way there. It was probably up the direction that hallway had led, and there's another room to your northeast as well. But before you're able to step out of this room, you can hear something stirring in that pit. Something big. And there's a very loud sloshing noise as this worm comes shooting up out of it and over the edge of the chasm there and looks directly at you. It's as thick as an oak and it has a head that opens up completely, filled with razor sharp teeth. What do you all do?
I'm gonna stand behind my skeleton warrior here. I'm gonna stand behind him.
Okay.
Spotter.
All
And you
right.
said that's to the north of us where we're at now, or is that to the east of us?
It's to the north in that pit right there.
Okay. So then, yeah,
Keep moving east.
I'm gonna try and make sure.
I don't have a
that,
token for him, unfortunately, but I'll put that as the marker of where this giant worm is staring you.
I look up to it after the fear has initially walked away, and I've got my little dagger in my one hand, my shield in the other, and I look up and I'm like, ooh! Are you the worm that female had talked about?
It responds by letting out a guttural roar. Urvarg, what are you doing?
I'm out.
All right, do you run out of the room?
I'm heading this way.
Okay, then I'll get.
I'm not running through the room. I'm just entering it.
Okay, all right. So you do see, now that you can see this room a little bit better over there. Like I said, there's a lot of chains hanging from the ceiling, but there's also a lot of bloody tracks all over the floor that don't seem to really lead anywhere. Over in the corner, though, you do see a what looks to be a spirit or ghost of some sort. But it doesn't really seem to be paying any attention to you at the moment.
And then
You all have so we've entered combat, but you all have your turn to act first.
Entry combat against the worm.
Yes,
Oh gosh.
it is
Ooh,
definitely looking hungry.
it is pretty big, right?
Oh,
sending my
it's
skeletons
huge.
forward.
Like I said, it's as thick as an oak around. It's massive. That pit
go.
looks like it goes down maybe 60 feet.
I'm scooting.
Dragging that shit.
I'm scooting on out of here,
Okay.
and I'm sending my skeletons up to attack.
Okay, roll for them then. Okay, the one does hit, so roll his damage. It was
D4, right?
D4, yes. 3 damage, okay. Alright, SRT went. Vresi, Gotfin, Urvarg, who's next?
going to the south, what is that? I can't ping on this one. So going directly to my south.
That is the guard room that you were in before. That's the wooden stairs that you had seen from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I continue to follow behind him.
Given how wibbly wobbly woozy I am, I'm probably going to want to head down south, I think.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and you can move out of there just fine. Godfin, you can move into the next room if you'd like.
Recuperate just a minute.
Vresi, what are you doing?
I don't want to kill this worm. I want to control this worm, so I'm just going to follow Gotfin out of there.
Okay. Alright, you get out of there, but those skeletons remain in there. And it's probably a good thing that you sent them after it. Because as soon as those skeletons start clawing and trying to hit this worm, it knocks one of them back into the pit easily. And just devours the other one immediately.
Oof. Oh, dodged that bullet.
Rest in peace.
So, with that, you're in this chain room now. It seems like the worm probably can't get to you in here, and after it's done with the skeletons, it does begin to slink back down into the pit and away from you. So as I said,
Okay.
there's a ghost, a specter of some sort standing over in the corner of this room. He does look up at you all and acknowledges that you're there, but doesn't say anything. Stays in the corner.
I want to go up to the door, just kind of avoiding him, with me having my stolen miter hat up, and
Okay.
try and see what I can see through that door.
This door is a very large iron door. There's no window and no handle. And it looks pretty flush with the door frame. You're sure there's no way you're going to be able to get through it. Urvarg, what are you doing down in the guard room?
Resting for a minute to see if I can get the wiggly wobbly woozies out of my head.
Sure. Go ahead and how long do you want to rest? Just a minute?
Yeah, a couple of minutes. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing too long.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d4, and also you're gonna, I'm assuming, probably get, drinking some water, having a little bit of food.
Yeah.
Recover 4 hit points, and you are feeling like you're getting rid of the nausea. Everyone else, what are you doing in the chain room?
I'm moving up behind the other fellows and going up to the door, doing my best to avoid the chains because they're dirty.
Yeah, and some of them end in hooks and are still containing a little bit of some sort of heat on blood.
Hardcore. I'm gonna try to open the door.
Okay. You're unable to open it.
Oh no.
Like I said, there's not even a handle on this door, and you can try and break it down if you'd like, but you feel like this is a very heavy iron door.
I want to take my wooden crucifix out and just kind of like holster it like on my belt or whatever, like in my pants, and have it ready. And I want to go over I want to go over to the ghost, and I want to be like, so can you get us through that door over there? We really need to get through here.
So this specter is nearly transparent. You can, it looks like a typical ghost. He's very gaunt, the old man. He looks up at you with sad eyes and says, I can't get you through that door. You can only go through the other side. We must go north. Go north and kill the cannibal warlock that controls this domain.
No.
Okay, then
Fletcher.
at the sound of that, I take my crucifix out and I just be like, the power of me compels you. I don't know, and tries to like I'm just mad that he told me that because I don't want to kill this worm.
The spirit steps back closer to the wall and just looks you up and down.
And then I just storm over there.
Alright. Urvarg, you are feeling a little bit better now. What are you doing up there? Are you remaining, still resting?
No, once I've kind of rested up a little bit, kind of poked my head in here, see exactly what the hell's going on.
Okay.
It's nonsense. We have to go to the other side.
Apparently, somebody holds the keys.
There are no rocks here, and I'm pissed.
Did you get rocks off of that wall?
I can never have enough rocks.
At least you got
I
some.
didn't get any. I couldn't pull them.
Come, we must go the other way.
What are the rocks gonna do?
That's for my business. You don't need to know.
We have to go north. How do we go north?
Come.
Go back to where we came.
I follow him.
Get too
We'll stay
close.
at the far edge, but I'm eyeballing these assholes.
Ressi, are you following them?
So where
Oh, no,
where are
Captain.
they going? They're going down to the south and then over.
Yeah, we're gonna go the long way.
Okay, I guess I'll follow them and be like, I guess this is my only shot. And
We had one shot,
to
one
live.
opportunity.
We're gonna shimmy across here so that we don't fall in the pits, right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, there's enough room to get across that pit.
Okay.
I mean, by it.
I got my shield out and I'm just barreling through.
Okay. So you
So
get up
can you
here.
just put me where they are? Because
Yeah.
I cannot find them now.
Yeah.
We ran away from you.
Bye, Felicia.
Okay. So, SRT, you go down this hallway, and at the end of it, see that this room is very well lit by 3 oil lanterns hanging here. There's a hatch on the floor, and to your left, there is a old, rusty-looking but rather ornate pump. Also, you notice that the hatch doesn't appear to have any sort of lock on it.
What was this thing here? The green thing?
Can I inspect it?
It's a pump, a water pump. It's kind of rusty, but it's rather ornate looking. Yes, exactly. Yeah, it has a handle on it.
There's a little
Okay,
handle
do
there,
sound
yeah.
effects from.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it a little bit.
Everyone go ahead and do a presence check.
Oh.
Oh. 14 for me.
Oh no.
Okay. Did anyone roll below a 5? Probably not.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, you rolled a 1. Natural 1.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't see anything. You're completely oblivious. But it doesn't matter because you're I suppose friends, but more like acquaintances probably notice that on the ceilings, from multiple cracks in the ceiling, there are very small, dark humanoids that look like their hands end in claws, and they're covered in blood on their hands, and they're crawling out from the ceiling down to attack you.
Gosh.
It's the mole people!
Let's make a break for the hatch.
There are 3 of
For the
them.
hatch.
There are 3 of them that crawl down and drop into the center of the room and begin to try and attack you.
Oh
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the token. There.
no.
Oh.
Friendly.
You know,
Godfin, one of them lands directly on top of you and tries to attack you. Roll your defense.
Oh man. Oh man.
Nice. Yeah, you're able
are you
to
also defensive?
you're able to avoid his claws, and he doesn't do any damage to you. Urvarg, also because you're up here, one of them attacks you, or your.
Yeah, buddy!
You avoid their claws as well. Skeletal returns. Roll your defense. One of them's going after you. Oh. One of them lands on top of you and is able to rake across your flesh, and he deals 4 damage to you.
Ooh. I'm hurting. I'm hurting.
Yeah, I bet. But now, it is your turn.
All right. I guess I'm gonna respond with a good old-fashioned mace swing. That's my damage again. I'm the best person here. That's not my damage. That's my
But it's a miss. Alright, who's up next?
I guess I'll go. So I still have my dagger and my shield, and I watched him come up over across to me, and I kind of sidestep and let him bounce off my shield onto the ground. And as he does so, I take a stab with my dagger. Oops. Take that, brute!
Oh, you miss. They're just too small and quick, and you miss it. Urvarg, Bresty, which one of you are next?
I can go. I'm gonna pull out an arrow, kind of aim down, and shoot at the one that's trying to mess with SRT.
SRT.
Last letter?
Got
T.
it. Got it. SRT.
Skeletal return, or skeletal remains the truth.
Skeletal returns.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, returns. I put remains on accident on your overlay.
It's okay. Skeletal remains.
So 13.
Yeah, you're able to hit it. Roll your damage.
5.
Alright. Describe what happens with that one.
So the only, I'm actually kind of beginning to get fond of the little rock grabbing kind of crazy man. So I see him underneath attack, so I pull out an arrow, aim down, release over the shoulder of the one that's attacking me, and it impales itself right into the head, and unfortunately SRT gets a face full of the brain matter and blood.
My hero.
That comes around to Ressi. You're up.
Okay, so I make sure my little stolen miter's up, and I want to try and come around, and I'm gonna attack this one, but I'm gonna have in my main hand, I'm gonna have that new dagger, and then in my hand that only has 3 fingers on it, have the old short sword that I had before, and I'm gonna try and attack this one.
Nice. So you are able to hit with that dagger.
Okay, and you said that was 2d6?
Oh, wait, the other one hits also. They're a little bit harder to hit, but, or no, the other one doesn't hit because the higher DR. Sorry.
The higher, yeah.
First one does hit, yes.
And you
So
said it was
2d6?
2d6?
Yeah. Yep, 2d6 on that ornate-looking dagger.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use one. No, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. 7.
What happens when you stab this thing or slash it, whatever you're doing?
So I don't know if he's able to see me, but as I do this, I kind of take my this curvy dagger, and I've got it with the hilt going out this way and the blade coming out this way, and I just jab it right through the side of his temples, and then pull it out and then kick him off.
Nice. The little creature drops to the floor after you do that. And the one that's left. Let's see here. Oh, that's the wrong command. For this last one, he starts to run. He runs down this hallway and gets pretty far down here, just before this pit trap. What do you all do?
I let him run.
Can I chase him down and push him into the trap?
Yeah, you can try that. Go ahead and roll a melee attack for that.
Okay.
No good. He jumps down into the pit. And he, because he's so small and nimble and has these clawed hands, he's able to grab the side of the wall and kind of scrape his way down and land safely at the bottom, and you see him scurry away into the tunnel. You can all try and chase him if you'd like.
Yeah, what a rad bastard. I'm good. I'm running away.
It's a long walk.
Not dealing
I
with
love
that.
what a GM says. You guys can do this if you want.
Alright, what's this lever pump do here?
Are you gonna go ahead and start pumping on it?
I'm pumping it. Yep.
Nothing happens at first, but then there's a gurgling noise and some water starts spurting out of it, and the basin at the bottom begins filling up with some water.
Does the water look clear?
It looks a little muddy, but it doesn't look too bad.
I'm going to fill up my water skin that I used whenever I was resting and drinking.
Okay, are you gonna drink some of it too?
Not right now. We'll
Okay.
take it.
I'm gonna drink the water in my water skin and then refill it with this water.
I won't touch it.
Okay, so
It has brown?
whoever drinks it, roll a d4.
D4.
We're dead.
You recover 3 hit points.
Yeah.
And you just feel really refreshed after drinking that. It's a little bit grainy, but you really don't mind because it's just so refreshing.
Delicious.
Not drinking it yet.
I love the graininess. Those are little rocks in my mouth.
Tiny little rocks. So what's
Can I
Go ahead, Irvar.
can I take a look at these things? See if they what the hell are they? Right? Like start poking at them. The hell is this?
You recognize these as dusk gnomes. heard of these
Do they
creatures.
collect shiny rocks by chance?
It's likely.
I would search, see if they got anything in their weird little bodies.
Okay, roll a d66. Oh, both of them landed on 3? Oh, I see. Okay. 33. You pull a metal cylinder out of a pouch on one of them, and you can tell that there's a string coming out of the top of it. It looks like it's a fuse. And if you move it around, shake it a little bit, you can tell that there's some sort of powder inside of it.
I want to be looking at this door and seeing, like, just maybe lift it up a little bit to see if I can see what's behind it or underneath it.
Okay, yeah, you can lift it pretty easily. So if you lift it up a little bit, you'll see that there's a ladder going down, step ladder, and there's very hot air coming out of there, and it's very, very bright light coming out of there also.
Okay.
But it seems to go off to the east a little bit.
Alright, I want to,
What do you think of all of this? What do you think? Yes?
What?
Andy believes that we should head down and do this thing.
Thank God for Andy.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you're heading down, who's leading the way?
I will lead the way. Andy will lead the way.
Okay. Are you all heading down behind Urvarg?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. So Urvarg, you're stepping through here first.
Ooh, that guy looks good.
Oh god!
Friendly and inviting.
Hey, buddy.
I bet this is a rest area.
Alright, so you
I
all
didn't see a save point before this.
you all
Was
walk
there-
down into here.
You boss music.
The air in here is very hot. It's a very sooty and hot air because of these 2 furnaces that are burning very bright. The sulfuric haze from that pit to the south, where the southern wall and this collapsed into that pit where the sludge and the across the room, you see a man standing there, and he's standing in the midst of a bunch of chains that have various body parts and corpses hanging from him. This man is 7 feet tall at least, built like a grizzly. He's sooty and bald and covered in tattoos. He turns to you with a long spiked flail in his hand and says, "Who are you?"
Oh, we're the cleaners. We've come to clean the blood off the floor for you. I'm gonna start like just putting my hands on the ground. And
This is no place for
smearing.
jokes. Explain yourselves or die.
Can he see me?
Roll a presence check.
Every time
He cannot.
Every
He
time
doesn't
you
seem to
ask
notice
that,
you.
I am absolutely thinking about Talladega Nights. Magic Man. Now you see me? Now you don't.
Just call me John Cena, baby.
Yeah, you're pretty sure. You're pretty sure he cannot see you.
As he's saying this, I just want to come up behind him and stab him.
Oh my god. Okay, roll your attack.
he
Yes.
did say that he is a stabby man, so I mean,
Wow.
staying true to character. Wow.
What?
That one and a natural
I want
20.
to use one of my omens to re-roll that first one.
Okay.
That first
Good
one.
idea. How many omens do you have left now?
2.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and re-roll that. You probably should. All right, so it misses, but at least it's not a fumble.
Yeah.
So roll damage
So-
on the second one and double it.
Alright. 2, so then that would be 4 with my regular short sword.
Okay. So,
We're not with him.
That is not how you clean.
Whoa.
so hang on.
His
You,
blood makes the floor look even better.
You did 4 damage total with your one that hit?
Yeah.
Your short sword?
Yeah, 2 and then double that. So,
Okay,
because I only
gotcha.
rolled 1d4.
Cool. Alright. So yeah, you do a very clean slash across his back and open up a wound, and he roars and just turns around and swings this flail at you. So roll your defense.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's plus agility, right? So that'd be +1.
Yeah. So you
16.
probably like duck or something, and this flail goes right over your head. And as it soars over your head, you can see that the flail, the metal ball on the end, is actually red hot and just sears the air above you as it passes by. So what do you all do now? It's your turn.
Wait, we're looking for Alden. Do you know an Alden by chance?
You'll never find him. You're all gonna die here.
Alright, I'm gonna
Well, at least it's not him.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna run up to him and just hit him with my mace.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah. 15?
That hits. Yeah, roll your damage.
3. Back.
Okay. All right, yeah, that hits. Who's up next?
I move towards the door and I check the handle.
It seems like it would open.
I open that and I get the fuck out of there.
Okay. All right.
Let's all remember the lesson of Wilson from last night.
Okay, so Godfin, you step into this room and it's filled with like lots of trash, just garbage everywhere. There's also a lot of bones and bodies just dispersed all throughout this garbage. It's very stale in here, this air. It's kind of hard to breathe, all the dust and very dank. Back in all of dank. Back in all of this debris, you can see some movement.
Not
And
good.
the debris.
Dead.
Yeah.
Bye.
And the
Shut the
debris,
door
I
on him.
see movement. Okay.
Shut the door on him.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to roll something here. You see
Ah!
in all of this debris in this dark room, there's these beasts back there that look like there's probably supposed to be dogs, but they're just so shaggy and matted fur, and they're very emaciated. Their teeth are bared back, and then they're snarling at you, ready to lunge forward. I'll let you perform some action here.
I'll just get into like a defensive stance. Keep
Okay.
my shield close.
All right, yeah, I'll let you add 1 to your defense whenever you have to, use that. So who's up next? We've got Vressi and Urvarg left to take actions.
Give me just 1 second. I'm having internet issues, so.
I'll go ahead. So while Leroy Jenkins heads into the other room, I'm going to take a shot at Giant Flail Man here. I got 2 arrows left, by the way.
Okay. That's a hit. Oh, yeah, that's right. With your presence, that doesn't hit then.
Yeah.
Okay. Vressi, are you there again? We can hear you, I think. So if you want to take your action, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to try and attack him again with both of the things, but I'm trying to log back into Foundry real quick.
Oh, okay. Right,
For some reason, it stalled on me.
Yeah, that's all right. I know you're having internet issues. Actually, the your NDI, input from Skype to the to OBS, your video is constantly this whole time like resizing itself. So I've had to keep moving you around.
I see. It's funny.
So while you're loading back in there,
Talking about it, hate you though.
What's that?
Nothing.
Okay. Well, are you loaded back in there? Are you all good to go?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
got back in here.
Yeah. If you're attacking, go ahead and roll that whenever you're able to. How's everyone enjoying the game so far? Audience and players alike.
I'm digging it.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm digging it. It's pretty brutal.
Hey, it's a good
Yeah, it
time.
is. All right. So it looks like your second one hit your short sword, right?
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and roll your damage there.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Okay. All right. So this large man, who you're probably assuming might be Fletcher, he continues to swing at Vressi. He seems pretty pissed off at you for slashing his back open.
And as
so-
as that last attack comes through, I'm just gonna like, that worm's gonna be mine. It's gonna be mine. And then like, yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your defense.
Oh, do I want to?
Oh, there's the music.
Yeah, I switched it up to something a little heavier and louder, and I guess you can hear it now. What was that, Vressi?
I was going to check something out real quick. Hang on.
Okay. Is that your defense roll? You got a 2 on?
Yeah.
You can spend another omen if you want to. I think you said you have 2 left.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to just use it to re-roll my dice.
SRT, go ahead and give yourself 1 more omen for those that headbang.
Yeah. Like here.
All right, so you rolled a 12 on your second on your reroll there.
Yeah.
Andy has a mask on now. Nice. All right, so is that with your agility?
No. So that would be +1, so it'd be 13.
Yeah, so then you, once again, the flail swings through the air near you, but doesn't make contact.
Alright.
These dogs over here, Godfin, both of them charge towards you.
No, fuck.
Roll defense twice.
Roll defense.
You get a +1 in addition to your normal agility.
Alright, here's my first one without the plus. Oh, that's great.
Okay, so that 3 on the first one. Go ahead and roll your second one too.
Ah!
Oh, natural 20 on the second one. So on the first one, the first one is able to latch on you and takes a chunk out of your arm. But go ahead and do your armor roll, and it's also a -1 for your shield. So roll a D2 for your armor. Alright, so you take 2 damage from that one biting you.
Oh, heavens. My arm! Ooh.
And also give me a toughness test of DR12.
Oh my gosh. I'm a bitch.
That wound is infected for sure.
No! Oh!
But the second dog, that mongrel, when it lunges at you, you're able to block that one. It just falls off of your shield. And you're actually able to gain a bit of an advantage here, and you can attack one of them.
Okay. I had my dagger. I wish I had my sword. But I'll swing at the one that grabbed my arm as a reflex. So.
Oh, you miss. Unable to hit it.
Real quick, out of character.
Yep.
Which arm? Because my shield arm was my left arm, and my stabby arm was my right arm.
Probably your right arm.
Okay. Is that going to hinder things in the future?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
But as it spreads, you might see some bad things happening. And I keep messing with the music and the volume, so anyone let me know if it does get too loud or whatever and you can't hear us talking. It should be louder. Hard for me to tell.
No, it's great. I'm just messing around.
Oh, I just saw your message, actually. So, you guys are back up. What are you all doing?
I'm just swiping him again. Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. SRT, roll your attack.
You know what? You know that omen you just gave me? Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Good idea.
Again here. All right. A little better.
Nice, that hits. Roll your damage.
All right. All right. Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You attack him and his muscles and skin is just, it's so thick that you don't even puncture him at all.
Oh.
He just seems to shrug off your mace. Who's up next? Bressy, Godfin, Urbard?
Just fire off one last shot there. Unless you want to go, Bressy, have at it.
Don't matter to me. Go ahead.
I just think you're closest. You might be able to go in there and help Godfin if you can take this guy out. I'm probably going to miss with this last shot anyway, so we'll see.
Don't forget about that special item that you picked up, too.
I'm not going to throw that yet. Application of poison, does that take time?
No, I'm gonna say if you want to, you can quickly dip your blade into that vial, or, you know, however you want to do it.
So I have 3 doses.
Yep.
I'll use 1.
Okay.
So that's still an 11. So.
Was that?
It just does a reroll, yeah.
So that was with your bow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that dose is lost on that arrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's up next?
Yep.
Or what question do you have?
Actually, can I use that omen to lower the test for by -4?
Normally I'd say you have to do it beforehand, but because we're kind of new to this, I'll allow it. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll use my last omen then and lower that test so that.
Yeah, that hits then. Roll your damage.
Okay, so the damage on the arrow and then the damage on the poison or not? Like, how do you want to handle it?
Both. Yeah, poison and bow.
Bow.
Okay. You're gonna hate me for this, but the same thing happens that happened to SRT, and the arrow doesn't actually puncture, and instead just hits against them, and it just ricochets off to the side. But the arrow is still laying there on the ground if you want to retrieve it. It does have the poison on it.
Okay.
So, who's up next?
I'm gonna attack Fletcher.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Nice, both of them hit. Roll your damage.
Alright, so then the first attack's gonna be 2d6.
Yep.
4, and then roll 1d4. 3, so 7 total again.
Alright. Yeah, both of them are able to cut through and do some damage there, and you're able to open up some fairly large wounds on them. But as you do that, all the chains around him and around you that are holding these chunks of flesh, they start to rain down all of these body parts on you. Do an agility test of DR8.
Wait,
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that it is raining blood?
It is. That would be a perfect song right now.
And that's with the agility modifier.
Nice.
15.
All right. So none of the large chunks hit you, and instead they just splat onto the floor around you.
Alright.
Godfin, what are you doing in this room over here with these dogs attacking you?
I am gonna fall back through the door and see if I can shut it on them before they come after me.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an agility check, DR8.
DR8?
Yeah.
Got it.
You fail, if you'd like to, you can still use an omen. Give you an option.
Okay, I'll use one of my omens.
Okay. Go ahead and re-roll it if you'd like, then. Okay, so what happens is that you try and get back through this door quickly and shut it behind you, but all of these chunks of flesh that are now laying on the floor, these body parts, you maybe stumble over some of them and you're unable to get that door shut. But you get over here, somewhere on the other side of Ressi. So that door is definitely wide open. You're out here now, though. I'll let you, if you'd like, take a swing at Fletcher now that you're next to him, though.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll definitely, slide, regain my composure a little bit, and for some reason I have this feeling that Fletcher has something to do with my palace being destroyed. So my rage gathers my composure and I attack him. Oh. Ooh.
Nope, you're probably still stumbling around and trying to get your footing, so you swing through the air and miss. So Fletcher, he's really just sick of Ressi tearing him up, so he raises his left hand that's not holding the flail, and it lights up and a flash of lightning comes from it and strikes towards you.
Towards me?
Yes. And you get really lucky, and it does scorch across your arm, but you only take 1 point of damage.
Alright.
You are so lucky in this game.
Oh my gosh, dude.
But he also tries to swing at you with the flail again. So roll your defense after that.
Okay.
You're at what,
So-
1 hit point now?
Hang on, I can barely hear you. What'd you say?
Is the music too loud?
Just a little bit on my end, I don't know why.
I can turn it down just a little bit, that's fine. I was just saying, you're down to 1 hit point now, aren't you?
Yeah. Did you say that he was going to attack as well?
Yeah, after that lightning flashes and hits you, he's swinging his flail again, so roll your defense.
Okay. I'm expending my last omen.
Okay.
I can't see that.
Nice, you got a natural 20.
Nice.
That gives you a free attack on him.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll it.
Do I do both?
Yeah, you can swing with both. Nope, you missed though. Alright, so everyone else you're all up again. What are you doing?
Attacking.
Go for it, Godfin.
I'm gonna swing with my little daggy dagger. Fail!
Oh, you miss. Urvarg's SRT. Ressi, who's next?
I'm gonna reel back a little bit. I'm gonna blow on my mace. I'm gonna rub some stones on it, and I'm gonna give him a nice swing.
Alright.
Oh, 21. First one.
Nice. Alright, yeah, that
Do
hits.
it.
Roll your damage.
Come on, give me something.
You land a hit on him, and this time it seems like it's a little more solid, and there's a bit more give into his flesh with your mace. He's his His composure isn't quite as good anymore. He seems like he's really being affected by the hits he's taking now. Who's up next?
Well, I guess I'll move in. I'm gonna drop my bow and pull out this new fancy knife that I got, non-fancy knife I got, and try to stick him with it.
All right.
Stick him with the pointy end. So this is.
I forgot.
Right?
Before you do that, SRT, roll an agility check.
Oh snap!
That same thing happens to you that was happening to Vressy. Chunks of flesh and body parts rain down on you.
Ha.
But none of them seem to really land and hurt you. So Urvar, go ahead and roll.
So this is strength, right?
Yeah. You are 12.
Right. Yep, that hits. I don't have the minus on this one.
Nice. Go ahead and roll your damage.
6.
Yeah, your knife sinks into him. It does stop kind of abruptly, and you're able to pull it back out. Roll an agility check. Again, body parts rain down around you.
So this is at +1. Jesus. Alright, what do I get? Hit me with your best shot.
Roll
Look
it.
at that-
Roll
look
it.
at that dead body.
Roll a d4.
You roll a d4. You've been having bad luck. I want you to hit me hard. Do it.
All right. Yeah, I'll roll it for you.
Do it. Do it. I want it.
There you go.
Alright.
The whole upper half of a human corpse just lands right on top of you, and concussive blow to your head, and you take 3 damage.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's raining men.
Are you broken?
No, I completely recovered everything. I haven't taken any damage
Nice.
recently.
Okay, good. Who's up? Godfin, did you go already?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna try something odd and off color here.
Okay.
So, tell me, I'm gonna put my dagger away, and on my backpack I had a bear trap that was dangling, and I whip that around and I open that up, and I push it towards his legs in an effort to try and get him to clamp shut.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that with a melee attack, and I'll make it. It's going to be a little bit harder. I'm going to say it's going to be a DR16 with all the melee combat going on and him moving a lot. So good, unless you use a DR16, but you still roll a 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
DR is the difficulty rating.
Misunderstood. I do want to use an omen.
Yeah,
Push.
go for it.
Oh, failure. Ah!
Nope, no good. You're trying to shift it while everyone else is stabbing at him and he's flailing around. You're trying to shift this bear trap under him and it snaps shut without getting his legs. So Vressy, what are you doing? Vressy, can you hear us?
It says you're muted on my side.
Oh, he can't hear us?
No.
It says he's muted. Yeah, like.
Oh, I can't unmute. I know he's having some internet issues. Alright, well, while he's doing that, I want to skip him.
He goes, I stab and I hit with my stick.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's going to attack, so I'll let one of you guys roll for him, unless you think he'd take some other action, right?
Definitely would be attacking, I'm sure.
Not it.
So yeah,
What are we rolling?
One of you can roll his 2d20s.
Who's got the
There he
locks?
goes.
Let's blow on
Oh,
them
is he
guys,
back?
ladies. Let's blow on them.
Bressie, can you hear us now?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you,
baby.
are you back in Foundry?
I'm loading it again right now.
Okay, but I was just about to have them roll for you. It is your turn.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Sure.
While we wait, you know, the official rules of this game says that the cult leader has to sing a death metal song, remember?
True.
Yeah, stay tuned and maybe, but probably not.
Wow.
Alright, so what all happened in the last, like, 30 seconds to a minute?
Yeah, what did happen, players?
Urbag got hit by body
I got
falling.
hit by an upper torso.
We assumed
Okay,
that
yeah,
he was
so I
broken,
remember all
but he's
that.
fine. Oh, and then we're
Okay.
just waiting on you to attack.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna attack Fletcher then.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Actually,
and
first before I do that, I'm gonna move out of the way of this doorway and kind of go right there and just attack him.
roll. Smart. So yeah, the first one does hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Nice. That was a really good roll. Oh, and 2d6s.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and describe what happens as you take down Fletcher.
Oh!
Okay. So as I come around the other side, knowing that I had to get away from whatever's on the other side of that door, I come in and with my dagger I miss, but with my short sword, I just go and I take my little lobster hand, 3 fingers on it, and the blade is actually sticking out in between here, and I just slice his Achilles tendon underneath his ankles, and let him bleed out from there.
Nice. Yeah. So you can see the hate burning in his eyes as he's staring you down, and he crumples from his 7 feet down to the floor. Go ahead and roll your agility test, though, because again, body parts rain from the ceiling on you.
Okay. And this is with the modifier 15.
Yeah. So you're able to avoid those fairly easily. But unfortunately, that door is still open, and those dogs continue to charge in here. One of them attacks Godfin, and the other on Bressie.
Oh, shit.
Bressie, go ahead and roll yours first, your defense.
What? Oh, that's fine. Oh.
Nat 1.
Bumble, do you have any omens left?
No, I believe I used the last one.
Can I use my omen for him?
Yes.
Yes, I give you my omen.
Okay.
What a pal.
To reroll.
Yeah.
If you roll another nat 1, I can't save you. Okay.
Not in that one. You don't fumble, but it's not a save either. So you take 2 points of damage. I assume you're broken now.
Yeah, that's -1 for me.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh, no.
Roll a d4. And
Okay.
meanwhile, Gotfin, roll your defense.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Is that that's a 2.
Godfin, unless you're spending an omen, you are taking a hit.
I don't have an omen.
All right, what did you get, Bressie, on your broken roll?
2.
2?
Ah!
Godfin, you take 3 points of damage.
I don't want to. Ah!
Roll a d6 for me, Bressie.
Or.
A 4?
Mm-hmm.
So you have it latched onto your leg, and it just biting down so hard it has really strong jaws, and you can feel that your bone in your leg had snapped. And now you're laying there.
Kill him.
Roll a d4. You're unable to move for 3 rounds. Like, you can't even act at all.
Oh no. Clutching his leg. Oh.
Godfin, are you broken also?
No, I've still got 3 left.
Okay, even after the I don't remember what max hit points.
8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because
Okay.
of the shield.
So you're a bit tanky. Oh yeah, so you've been rolling your armor.
I forgot to roll the armor, but
Did you roll your armor? You can go ahead and do that.
No, okay.
Yeah, do it. I don't want to cheat you out of that armor. You need it.
I totally forgot.
But you don't take any damage from that at all with the shield and your armor.
Oh, alright. That takes you back to 5.
Nice. Okay, so you guys are up again. Everyone except Ressi.
I'm gonna step over this guy's corpse here, Fletcher, and I'm gonna take a swing at the dog that's attacking Ressi.
Okay.
That's a 7.
It does not hit. Godfin, Ervard?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab at this little bitch.
I get it.
Ooh, what am I gonna
That
get?
hits.
Give me that 1, baby. Give me that 1.
Four damage. So, here. Yeah, you land a nice hit on it, and that dagger plunges all the way back into the dog's back, and you're able to pull it out clean. Who's up next? Ervard?
That'd be me. I'm heading over to help our downed comrade here with my knife.
Okay.
And I'm not helping at all.
Yeah, that. All right, so this dog, the top one, turns and attacks SRT. Roll your defense.
No. Defense.
And that is a total of, okay, so 10 is the total.
10.
Yeah, that doesn't succeed. So you take 1 point of damage, unless
Bounce
you
it
have
off
armor?
my shield.
Nice.
I have a
Yeah.
shield.
Awesome. So it doesn't hit you. The other one is attacking Godfin. Roll your defense. Yeah, your defense.
No.
All right, it does not hit you. You guys are back up again. Ressi, you're still trying to regain your composure over there. Your leg is a lot of pain.
I'm gonna stab again at the guy that's in front of me. Fuck.
Oh good, you miss. Who's up next?
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
Attack the guy in front of Ressi.
Turning into a slap fight here. Ervard?
Yep, same. Here we go.
There we go.
Nat 20.
Yeah, buddy.
Roll and double damage.
So,
More Mork Borg.
Nice.
Okay.
What happens?
Wow, really good damage.
Ooh.
so I look down at the skull hanging from my belt and I nod my head to it. And then I pull back my knife and I scream, "Bork, Bork!" And I stab it right in the throat and it squeals and and it sinks off my knife as I pull it back out.
It's like
Nice. Yeah, it is dead. So that's everyone in the turn. The last dog standing here. It turns and runs and tries to hide back in the debris over here.
Hey, you better run.
Varessi, you're able to move now, just not well. What are you all doing?
Or I would pull out my water skin that has the juice that made SRT feel better, and I would give it to Varessi.
Good idea.
Um,
Varessi, go ahead
Can
and
I-
roll a Can't remember. I think it was a D4. Let me check.
Can I search? I'm gonna search this guy.
Yeah, roll a D4 to heal, and yes, roll a D66 if you'd like to search.
Yep.
Also,
I think
you
it's this.
do notice right away that he has a very odd-looking key hanging from his belt.
Sure. Definitely gonna grab that key.
All right, Urvarg, what were you saying?
Can I have this flail?
Oh,
Yeah.
you bitch! No, I was gonna say that.
You got a magic knife and a singing sword. I got a rusty knife.
And you can turn into a monstrous wolf.
Yeah, but it takes time, and it only
Oh.
does a little bit.
I looted him first. I don't know what to tell you.
The flail is laying
I feel like-
separately. I mean,
I was
Yeah,
gonna say, I feel like you're checking his
separate.
pockets.
Separate.
you find 61 silver pieces in a pouch.
Oh.
That's what he has on him, along with that key that I had mentioned. That's what SRT gets. Urvarg, you are able to grab that flail. You guys can fight over it if you want to. Bressy, did you roll your D4?
Yeah, I
So you're-
believe it was.
You're fully healed, but your leg is still in a lot of pain, and you know you're not going to be able to move around easily.
Okay. Is there any point in me trying to loot Fletcher's body?
No, they pretty much stripped it clean. You can tell.
Okay. And we still got that one in the other room, correct?
Yeah,
And
the other dog that survived went whimpering off into the other room.
Well, I'm pretty mad at this dog, so I'm gonna try and go in the other room as far as I possibly can,
I'm following it.
and try and attack him if I can.
Yeah, you can. You can try. You're probably
Okay.
limping a bit, trying to get over all this debris and stuff in here, and this dog is just cowering back here.
So I'm gonna
No.
try and attack him.
No, Bressy. It's a poor little animal.
Yeah, all the debris is just blocking your way, and you're slashing wildly and limping through this stuff, and you're just hitting these like broken tables and things with your kids, so you completely miss
Okay.
it. Who's up next?
I'm gonna swing my dagger after chasing him.
Okay. All right. I'm going to lower the difficulty on the attack a little bit, so I'll say you're able to hit there just barely. And what do you do? What happens?
Oh, I clamber over the pile of bones there, and as his counterpart swings and misses and stumbles upon the bones himself, I find an attack of opportunity and kind of swing in there and stab at his jugular.
Nice. Yeah, and it dies pretty quickly at that point. It's already bleeding a bit. So both of those dogs are dead. Urvarg, that flail that you got, that does D8 damage. And it's also... Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It also applies severe burns with which make agility tests harder.
Alright, so while they're doing that, I'm kind of looking around this area to see if there's anything else worth taking, and then I'm waiting for SRT to come back. I want to talk to them.
Okay, roll a D66 if you're like actually looting.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a D66.
$20 or two.
20 or 2.
This is fitting. You find a necklace of human teeth. That's about it.
That's cool. I'll take it. I'll put it on.
Other
too.
than that, there's just a lot of gore and viscera in here. He's definitely a cannibal.
Oh,
Was.
I mean, people gotta eat, bro.
Alright, so what are you doing? It looks like SRT has returned to the...
So, there, rock friend, I noticed that you seem to be a little bit more handy in the hand-to-hand combat than I am.
I can
will,
swing some stones.
I will give you this if you give me your mace.
You'll give me sharp rock ball for my not so sharp weapon?
Yes.
It's a deal. Thank you.
Trade with him.
So as a reminder, that does that red hot flail does D8 damage.
Nice. Sounds good to me.
All right. So while you two are in there trading and stuff, Vressi and Godfin, what are you doing?
Well,
I
I
just
saw the
wanna-
door. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I just want to look around and see if I can find anything useful in this room.
Okay. So Godfin, that's a heavy wooden door. It's got iron strapping across it, so it seems pretty sturdy, and it is locked. Vressi, you're not finding anything at all in this room. It's just a lot of garbage and trash and bones.
I look up
Okay.
to the, after pulling on the door and finding out it's locked, and kind of huff and puff and fix myself. And, well, did any of you find a key? Because this door is locked.
Nope, no key here. I'm gonna. You mean this?
It's like that game last night again.
Game over. No one finds the key.
You mean this key?
I don't know. Do you think it works?
I'm gonna try it. I try it. I try to use the key.
Okay. Yeah, it fits in there and it turns, and there's a click, and it seems to have unlocked the door.
That's what I like to hear.
And it should be able to open it.
Well, fuck it. Let's go in.
I'll grab a spear.
Alright, so you step in here, and this room is a bit dark. There's a little bit of light pouring in through the from the north. You can see to the west that there is that pit where that Rotblack Sludge is, with the pillar of skeletons still playing their somber violin music.
Oh.
Aw.
In the middle of this
Shit.
room that stinks of sulfur, you can see a statue, and looking at it, you can tell that this is One-Eyed King Leonard II. And you can tell because his right eye, there's a cavity where it should be.
Oh. Ooh.
I'm gonna stick the golden ball in his eyeball.
To the
Nice.
right before you do that, to the south, there is a iron door, a large iron door. So yeah, SRT, if you're sticking that ball in there,
Darn right I am.
it when you climb up there, you notice that there's a lot of blood in that empty cavity and dripping down the face. You're able to stick that ball in there, and it seems to kind of fit. And it's sitting in there now.
Hmm.
Can I take his other eyeball out?
No, the other eyeball, it seems to be carved into the statue.
Wait, the
other one
that
is
there's blood in there?
yeah. You
I
can
gotta
probably
get-
all
gotta get-
see this blood.
Okay. I'm gonna take
I'm
the
heading
eyeball
back
out.
to Fletcher,
I'm gonna take the eyeball
and
out.
I'm going to pull his eye out with a knife.
Okay, yeah, you're able to pop his
So-
eyeball out.
I grab his skull and kind of open up his eyelid and take that knife and just kind of dig it down into there with a wet, soppy, sucking sound and pull it out with the retina and all.
Optical
Yeah.
nerve.
Yep, head coming back. Good
All right.
advent, here. Take this.
And I'm, what am I going to do with this?
Put it in the stats. It's got blood all over it.
I tossed it over to the skeleton boy.
I
You
got
do that. I.
Flapping it around, like squirming through my hands.
Have you ever read any stories? This is the kind of thing that's in a story, or heard a story. I don't know how to read.
I'll put that eyeball in that eye socket.
All right, you put it in that socket, and there's a bit of a suction noise, and it right into there. And behind you on the wall, you hear a grinding noise. And the portion of the wall right behind Godfin slides open, and you can see into this small room. There's torches burning in this small room, and there's very hot in here. On a bench is sitting a fairly well-dressed man, and he's very pudgy, and He's gnawing on what look like human bones. There's some bowls of food on the floor, and to your left in the room is a bookshelf of some sort. When the door opens up, this man sitting here, this pudgy man on this bench, speaks up and says, puts the bone down he was gnawing on. And who might you be?
Who the fuck are you?
Well, I'm Alden.
Man,
Don't you know who I am?
Hey, this is the guy.
Godwin
No.
of the Warsland Palace.
And I'm Alden.
Alright, well come with us, because we need you.
Your daddy wants you home.
I don't want to go there.
Jesus.
I quite like it here.
What are we
Let's
gonna
stay.
do now?
Can we knock him
Don't
out?
stab him.
Can we knock him out non-lethally?
Are you asking that out of character?
Yeah. Like, is there like non-lethal damage that we can?
Yeah, you can try and knock him out. I'd allow that.
Okay.
So are you gonna try and just like knock him over the head or something? Or?
Well, at first I'm gonna approach him and say that, hey, your dad has. I'm gonna bluff him. You have your dad has brought you a big feast at home. He's ready for your safe return. We need to get you back so you can eat like a king again.
Beasts, you say? Well, I am sick of this disgusting food.
All right. And if we take you back home, you can always come back here if you want to.
I suppose. Lead the way.
Okay.
Everyone in the statue room there, roll a DR16 ability test.
Nope.
Oh.
now. Doug's gotta kill somebody.
Is Bressy in there too?
He is his
Cool.
comp.
He is. Yeah, he's trying
He
to
said
come
roll.
in.
He said
he's
roll.
gonna roll for him.
Okay, yeah, one of you roll for him then.
For agility, you said?
Not me.
Yeah.
I pointed it first.
Yep,
Okay, I got it.
Let me see what his agility is.
It's 1.
Okay, nice.
20 plus 1.
Nope.
Sorry.
Alright.
Oh, we're all dead.
SRT, because you stepped into this small room here, you're fine. But everyone else
yeah.
out in the statue room, the floor starts to tilt and angle, and you all lose your footing and slide down into the sludge.
No!
Oh no!
Ah!
Bye, Felicia.
Everyone everyone that fell into the sludge do a toughness DR8.
I passed that one for fucking once.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Someone's gonna have to roll for Bressy also again.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Got it.
I got it. You said toughness, right?
Yes, DR8.
Nice.
Alright, so you all plunge very far into this Rotblack Sludge, and it seems to be so deep that you don't hit the bottom, and you're able to swim up to the top, and you're gasping for air, and this stuff is just very, very scorching hot, and it just reeks of sulfur, just assaulting all of your senses right now. It looks like you could probably try and climb back up the rock face in front of you. SRT, what are you doing meanwhile?
Peeking my head out. Guys? Where'd you go? I don't hear anything, so I'm just gonna hang out with Alden for a second.
Okay. Alden's just sitting there. What's going on out there?
Oh, nothing. What do you do for fun around here?
Oh my god.
I eat.
Yeah, I mean, I like.
Fletcher
I can
brings
make
me
some
food.
I can make you some food if you'd like.
So back to the 3 that plunged into the sludge over there. What are you gonna do?
Did my
roll help anything?
Roll. What do you mean? Oh, your
You rolled
natural,
a nat
your
20.
natural 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 20. Yep.
Yeah. Next, I'm not going to require you to roll another toughness test for the scorching hot sludge.
Oh.
So you can see that it looks like Fletcher has a ladder to the north if you want to swim up there, or you can try and climb the rock face in front. But it is a bit of a distance to swim to the north.
Shit. I'm gonna try and grab onto the statue and climb up.
The statue is like 60 feet above you.
Oh, okay.
You
so
fell really
definitely
far.
Not going to do that.
Yeah, you fell far. But you can climb this rock face or go to swim to the ladder to the north.
I'm swimming for the ladder.
Okay.
Does the pillar have any ladder on it?
No, it's a smooth white pillar going all the way up. Urbar, make another toughness test.
Yeah.
All right. You're able to make it to the ladder without any issues, Urbar, other than just the disgusting sludge covering
I'm
you.
gonna keep swimming up that way then.
Okay. Because you rolled so well, I'm not going to require you to do that. Do you guys want Vresi to go for the ladder also?
Yes,
I
most
think
certainly.
you would in this case.
Okay.
Yes.
Then he needs to make another toughness test.
All right. RD20. Nice.
All right. And as you're climbing up the ladder, everyone make a stamina test. DR8, so not bad. It's a ladder, so it's pretty easy. Right, yeah. Is there even a stamina?
Hold on.
It would be
Toughness.
yes, that's
Right.
what I'm looking for. Yes.
Okay. 8. I still got it. I still got the
Nice.
+2.
All right. Did anyone roll for Vresi?
I did. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, great. Yeah, you all make it up there. Very good rolls from everyone. And you're back in Fletcher's chamber there. SRT, what are you doing meanwhile? The
How does the floor look? Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say the floor. It looks like if you're okay, you're careful with your stepping, then you're gonna be okay. It was just that it caught them so off guard and it was so sudden that they lost their footing and slid down.
Right. Okay. Can I? I'm gonna peek my way out here, just real quick, and try to push open this door here.
Yeah. So this is that door from before.
Right.
There is a handle on this side, and it opens.
Okay. I'm gonna motion for Alden to follow me.
He gets up and waddles over and follows you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk into this room.
All right. Before you go any further, what's everyone else doing up in Fletcher's room?
Moving forward, I'm going back the way we came.
Okay. Yeah, you can move freely.
Okay, guys.
Hey.
I'm gonna stay behind Alden.
Cool.
Make sure he moves forward.
Yeah, Alden is following you with no problems. He seems very agitated, but he's following.
Careful now, Prince. Watch your step.
Purple rain.
Walking through. I'm gonna spot some really sharp stones on the ground and collect a couple of them.
All right, yeah, you find a couple sharp stones. That's fine.
Yeah, I got 30 now. Rolling in it. All right. And we're just gonna keep moving out.
There's a torch in here, right?
Yes.
I take the torch.
Okay. Yeah, you have
Shut
the
the
torch
door.
now. Fine.
Yeah. So this room is complete blackness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This door is shut. Torch
Okay.
is in my hand, and this door is shut because fuck those people.
You can hear them wailing and crying in there.
I open the door, poke my head in, give them a look, get the fuck back out, and let's study.
And leave them. It's absolutely pitch black in there once you walk out.
Oh my gosh. All right, keep moving. Oh,
So you step into this room up here.
Mork Borg.
Leslie, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm just hiding here. Did you take care of
Fuck,
Fletcher?
Bitch, kill her.
I you wanna explain yourself first? What were those minions that were coming after us down there, huh?
Those are no minions. Those are my friends. They do as they will.
Friends try to kill us.
That's rather unfortunate. Is Fletcher dead?
I'm asking you. Are you gonna move out of the way? Or are we gonna move you?
Is Fletcher? Does he no longer live?
Why don't you go find out for yourself?
Is the worm dead?
Yeah, the worm's dead. Completely dead.
He steps forward towards you. Is he really dead?
Completely.
Truly? And she slips a knife out from under her bag and tries to lunge at you.
Respect.
Oh, of course.
Don't murder her.
Roll defense. SRT.
Okay. Oh, Leslie. Oh, Leslie. You bitch.
Get away from her!
Oh, no.
No good. Oh man.
Oh, no. Wow.
She lunges at you quickly and drives the knife into your gut, doing six points of damage.
You know, hang on. Is there an omen for me not to take this much damage? Yeah, lower the damage dealt to you. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, how much is it lower by?
D6. I have to roll D6. Okay.
And don't forget, if you have your shield too, right? You have a shield?
I do.
So it's 5 damage actually. Now it's down to 3 damage.
3 damage. Cool. 5 damage would have put me at 0.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'm still alive.
All right.
Barely breathing.
So what does everyone else do? Or actually, SRT, you can take your turn first since you were attacking. You're being attacked.
Okay. How many times can I use that power per day?
What did you roll for your power? Remember, we rolled. It was presence plus D4 is how many times you can use powers.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god.
If you didn't write it down, you can roll it again right now, and we'll go.
Thank you. Sorry.
It would have been at least 1. It's fine.
Yeah.
First time trial run here.
Right. You said D4 plus presence?
Yes. But you can cast it 6 times.
Jiminy Christmas. All right. Okay, here comes the undead hordes.
Okay, 6. That is zombies, I believe. So roll a D4.
4.
4 zombies. So describe what happens.
Oh, sorry, my cat just knocked over my webcam. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'll put that down. So I do a thing. I channel the energy within me. My body gets warm, my hands get tingly, and my face splits almost in 4 separate shadows as I manifest flesh around the skeletal bodies around me, as well as bringing 2 more of the skeletons out from underneath the ground and out from beneath the cupboards, as they begin to all 4 consecutively lunge at Leslie at the same time, surrounding her.
Nice, roll it.
Alright, that's 4 d20s. 1, 2, 3, 4. So
Okay.
the second one was a nat 20.
Yeah, it was. So roll D4 on the first one, and the second one also D4, but double it.
This is the first one.
Yep.
2 damage.
I want that flail back now. I don't think you need it.
Roll another d4. Oh, that's 8, so the 10 damage total.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and describe what happens to Leslie.
What? Okay. As the zombies surround her, she tries to fight them off with her sword to no avail. As the zombies grab her arms, grab her legs, and slowly start to bite into her neck, and she screams out in pain as the zombies just completely devour her.
Nice. So they're all on top of her.
Oh yeah.
Eating her right now. All right. So what do you all do? I'm assuming you continue out with Alden.
Yeah, I would say yes. I would be pushing him in his back with my shield to move him forward.
Yeah, I kind of want that flip back.
Are the Are the zombies eating?
Yeah, they're still like devouring her corpse.
I'd definitely walk past and look at SRT and be like, I don't think you need that flail, my friend.
Do you want it back?
I kind of do.
Here, I'll give it. I'll give it back to you. I'll give it back to you.
Oh, you're so nice.
I know.
Thank you.
Did we get Rusty back? Are you back here with us?
Yep.
I see
Okay,
his
good.
eyes moving.
I moved your token forward there for you, but I'm not sure if you're caught up on what's happening.
I'm trying to keep up with it with Twitch.
Yeah, you guys got Alden back, and you're heading out now, basically. Is there anything you'd like to do here in the accursed den before you leave?
Oh, the accursed den.
I didn't catch. Is the worm still alive?
It seems that it probably is not. You guys took a plunge into the Rotblack Sludge, and nothing came after you.
Interesting.
Okay. Then I just continue on.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other things they want to do here?
No, it's get out of this accursed place.
All right.
Run!
All right, so we don't even really need this map anymore. I'm going to essentially fast forward us here, and you've accomplished your quest, and you've gotten all the way through the accursed den, and you may be the first ones to return from the accursed den according to the seer of the Shadow King. You get back to the palace, and you easily find your way to the seer and return Alden. They allow you to leave the palace again. All four of you free men. And that has been Mork Borg with Tabletop Anthologies. Nice. Is there any final post-game notes you'd like to add for your characters?
Yes. Can I get a feat?
Can you what?
There are feats in this game apparently that do like weird things. They're called unheroic feats.
Oh, I think that's an additional content thing. I don't really know about that. We'll have to talk about that later.
Okay,
I mean, like,
okay.
story-wise, is there anything you'd like to add about your characters to cap this off? No, you're all good.
Is there a shrine to anybody inside this keep?
Probably on the outskirts where there's some, like, citizens of the Shadow King, yeah.
I go up and piss on it.
Alright.
So.
And then you probably wander back out of the palace and in this area, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
We did it, Andy. We did it.
Godfin, how are you feeling? What's going on? What do you do now that you're free?
I leave the palace and I continue on my search for who destroyed my palace. And while I was sleeping, I was assassinated by the same people that destroyed my palace.
And Skeletal returns the truth. What do you do after you're free?
Of course, I'm going to just continue my quest of gathering the sharpest stones.
Perfect. You're all free now? We're going to find a channel to raid. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. This was a lot of fun to run. I really had a good time with this. I hope you all did too.
Nice one.
I am incredibly surprised that none of you actually died. Quite a few of you made it to broken, but no deaths. So,
Brian was upset that nobody died.
Yeah. I'm a little disappointed too. But I didn't bend the rules to cause any deaths, but you got really close quite a few times. So we'll definitely be returning to Mork Borg at some point in the future. I really enjoy the system and the whole theme to it. So thank you again, everyone, for watching, and stay tuned for some raids. Bye.
Bye.